soldier. Give me space and I'm in a good place. Very serious, mysterious, mind makes right. In for the fight. Starlight out on. Starlight out on. Starlight outlaw, cosmic soldier. Give me space and I'm in a good place. Very serious, mysterious, time makes right. In for the fight. Starlight outlaw. Starlight outlaw.
Oh, hello, Miss Tootie. That intro seems like it's going by faster and faster each time I play it.
Well, every
I'm
time
ready.
you get off, you go start it all, and it's done.
But I don't know. I am tired already this morning. Oh lordy. Oh, what's up, Ashtray? What's up, y'all with the La La Land?
What up, grassy ass chat king?
I
You want to say
Oh.
Chowder King?
don't care if I get doxed. We're gonna play some Star Citizen in the background today. I'm just gonna turn down the audio, and I want everybody to let me know if this audio.
What do you have to defend him from, Grassy?
Well, I appreciate you defending me. What's up? Why'd you have to do? Yeah, why did you have to defend me?
Who's talking trash?
Let me know if this game. Let me know if this game. If you hear double when me or Tootie talk, chat. But we're playing Star Citizen in the background. Why'd you have to defend me? What is up, Lady V? How are you doing?
Hey, this lady. He's probably typing on his phone.
Probably. But yeah, no. It's sad. You shouldn't have to defend me, but I appreciate it. Not you sad for defending me, but the fact that people put people in that situation. Yeah. I'm sorry that you had to defend me. That's kind of big gay.
It's probably from the same crowd of people we were discussing.
Talking about before we went live, yeah. Well, that's the title of the show, right? I called it the Pleasure Cruise.
Oh shit! I just now saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, it kind of ties in with all kinds of things right now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
He's kind of talking what we were talking about.
Oh, what was the
and Glacier being dumb?
Oh yeah. I told you they was talking shit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Tragic.
And just so everybody knows, I might go over to AVGs and all our pages or whatever on occasion and whatnot, chop it up with them, but I'm not part of them. I make fun of people. I troll in that chat. I have fun. There are people that I go back and forth with. Howdy, Abby. He said, And I had to step up and stop her from running her mouth falsely on a brother of mine. So she got the polite version of the silly woman, be quiet.
I love how someone who won't talk to me and come talk to me will run their foot will talk about me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. If right here, I'm right here.
Kind of annoying, not gonna lie.
Why am I so hot today? It is warming up outside, but damn. It's like very warm outside, but it's very like dark and ominous still.
So I'm a little bit mad at this game right now. Let me tell you what happens. I'm realizing what happened. So it made me start a new character. That's what I was doing when you and I were talking, when I was telling you about the game. And it made me start a new character, but it didn't start me as a new character. So I have all my stuff from my old character, like 2 years ago when I was playing, and the game was even more buggy than it is now. And I got killed a lot, right? So because of the bug, right? So I'd spend like $10,000 on a loadout. Of course, this is in-game money.
Yeah. for those dumbasses out there.
Yeah.
This is game money, not human people real money in real life.
So I would either go to the tram station to go to my ship and start doing contracts to get more money, right? And one of two things would happen. Either you would step on the ship and you would go down and you would like phase out of the tunnels and wound up having to die to respawn and you lose everything. Or heaven forbid, when you get to the actual hangar, the door would literally like come off its hinges and kick you and knock you into a black void.
Uh-oh.
And you would lose everything. So that happened to me like 5 times, and like that's why I only have $300. And like, because there's one of my favorite missions. The reason my home base is New Babbage, for those of you who play Star Citizen and can recognize where I'm at, is there is a pleasure cruise ship that comes under attack by raiders and pirates that you literally go in and like act like a Black Ops team. I don't know what that says.
I'm under an emergency alert right now.
For what?
Tornado warning. So if I disappear, I blew away, y'all.
Oh no. Yeah, it has been raining since earlier. But there is a pleasure cruise, so I gotta go save Paige and Glacier from mean nasty pirates on their cruise ship. Yeah, but no, yeah, no, they want me to be a pussy and a coward. But the simple fact is, if you watched the other day, Paige come over here, talk shit, and got put in her fucking place like the dumbass bitch that she is. And Glacier, you know, and these are women, so I don't like fighting with women because I'm a man. But they're out of place.
You're not fighting, you're arguing, so therefore you're justified.
Well, the thing is, like,
there's nothing physical, it's just words.
When did she call me a pussy? Because I think it's very funny that the woman who won't talk to me and says that if she wants to meet on neutral ground, what it is she's scared my boy Dennis is gonna pop up and be like, "Sup, bitch? I heard you was being illogical." That's what she's scared of. She's scared of Dennison. I love how she had to call us a bunch of leftists and rage. It's okay if we make you feel all tingly inside, as long as you're of age. I'm assuming that everybody involved is 18 or older. Let me be very clear about that before I say something. And people are like, she's a fucking minor. I'm like, I'm sorry. Why is she in adult spaces?
No, she's not a minor. She is not a minor.
I understand that you repress Christians, or fake Christians, or indoctrinated Christians, whatever you want to call yourselves. I understand that you have trouble of expressing your feelings, and Denison may make you feel all tingly inside. Hell, I'm not trying to be uncouth, right? But I know I'm a brat tamer, and I love bratty women, and this is just another form of a brat. This is like one that probably won't ruin your life because she's a Christian. But when you act this way, I know what that means. It means we make you feel tingly inside, and you like the attention.
Yeah, it's no different than never, the little boys pulling the girls' pigtails or the girls, telling on the little boys for being all. It's just schoolyard flirts.
Literally. And that's why when Paige is like, I find him repulsive. Okay. And when I questioned her about that, like, do you find me repulsive because of my looks? Because I am a fat nigga, but I've always been told I'm very pretty for a fat nigga. So, like, did you share my docs? Do you find me repulsive because of my actions? Because, I mean, I didn't do gay porn. like,
is this just any of my dachshunds? So
I'm like, yeah, this door right here, specifically this door. All of them would do it, but I always use this door because it's the closest, and I always go to my left, even in real life when I'm walking around. But this door right here, when you get off the tram, you would call the elevator, right, and it would literally like open go down, like the doors would slide down and then kick you and then like drag you into hell. But that's Ash.
Oh yeah, Beth said she'll come up. I already told you that. I'm retarded.
Yeah. You told me as we were going. Hey, player. Hello. Don't touch me. What's up, Ashton?
What's up, bitch ass ninjas?
What's up? So where was Glacier at when she was talking shit? Was she on Emmett's? Oh.
Grassy. Can you hear me, sir?
I just realized. Don't laugh at me. I just realized that I entered the elevator, but that player when the door opened caught me by surprise. So I thought that I had gone where I needed to go. And I didn't. Y'all gonna see me get in my little rocket ship zooming through the sky, little Einstein.
I'll fucking strangle you.
I used to love little Einsteins when my kids were little.
Zooming through the sky. We're gonna take a little trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky. Little Einstein.
OG, I swear to God, by all that is holy, my brother in Christ, if I'm at work today and I'm singing the Little Einstein's theme song, I'm going to
be mad, baby. You just have to be mad, baby, because you finna be. All right, bet. I don't negotiate with I don't negotiate with terrorists. All right, bet. Hold up.
Terrorism, motherfucker. This is a promise. I'm gonna steal your dog, and I'm gonna love him and affectionate him, and give him all sorts of lovies and huggies, and then I'm gonna bring him back to PA with me because then you can't catch me. Fuck you.
Y'all, it's dark and thundery and windy outside.
I wish it was like it's pretty dark. It's pretty dark over here. So Ashton, I don't negotiate with terrorists, and I want you to understand this is the official trap remix of Little Einsteins right here.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna trap this man. I swear to God.
4, 3, 2, 1. I went on a trip in my favorite rocket ship, looking through the sky. Little Einstein, Lord, they're ready to explore. To see. Start the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone to rocket, rev it up now. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. Little Einstein. Climb aboard, get ready to explore. There's so much to find. Little Einstein, come on, let's go. Little Einstein, Little Einstein. Remember, Ashton, this is what happens when you attempt to terrorize the Griffno state.
Oh, now
Motherfucker,
it's pouring.
I swear to you.
Holy shit.
I swear by all that is holy, OG, I will find you and I will steal your dog. I'm not gonna hurt him. You know I would never hurt him. I'm gonna give him hugs and kisses and lovins, but I'm gonna have to steal him just to teach you a lesson.
I'm gonna hurt him if he keeps bothering my homie. Well, it's not really his fault. It's not really his fault. Midnight is getting old, and he's getting to where he wants to chill with me. And he'll bust in the bedroom door, and Tucker's like, "Oh, well, that means I can go explore the rest of the house." And like everybody's asleep, and I'm like, "No, Tucker, no!" And like, I have to get his attention, which wakes people up. Hey, you baby. Hey,
So basically, what happened over at Emmett's was nothing bad. Like, it wasn't anything like bad or anything like that. I think a lot of it was just shit talking. But I kind of had to stop her like a couple times, and she's like, "He's a fucking pussy. He's illogical. He doesn't. I was trying to ask him questions, and he wouldn't answer my questions, and he called me this and he called me that." I was like, did you ever think that maybe you might be the problem with the attitude that you have and the way you carry and present yourself?
Did they, as Christians, ever think that they're coming at a man who has literally marched through hell for the past 2 years?
I mean, it's not even that. It was more along the lines of, I can't take the factor of people talking shit and them not backing it up. So when I questioned on it, it was one of those things where she just kind of deflected the question and tried to give it ad hom attacks. And I was just like, why don't you answer my question, please? Like, I wasn't mean. I wasn't ignorant. I wasn't, I wasn't disrespectful.
When did this happen?
This morning.
Because I just went over because somebody sent Emmett a super chat, like before I went live, asking what happened to the Admiral Gibbs and OG debate. Are they scared? And I'm like, bro, I've literally explained this 50 fucking times. I don't want to debate if I can't make money off of it. Midnight, you are an asshole. Don't you look at me with that big ass adorable fucking 8,000 pound fucking Labrador retriever. I'm an old man side eyeing you, looking like a hellhound.
He looks like a fucking hellhound. He does. He does.
Well, he's
like a retired old hellhound.
Well, you know how he always somehow looks happy though, while also looking like absolutely like demonic, scary wolf. He's like he just came in here to free like JL says he wants to free Tucker from his imprisonment because if Tucker's not outside, he's in here with me laying down because I always tire him out and like run with him outside to give him that much exercise because he is pent up in here with me a lot. And
he needs the exercise.
But he says Midnight wants to free him. So like so Midnight will just bust in here and lay down in Tucker's spot. And then Midnight's, to be fair, it is Midnight's spot. But it's become Tucker's spot. And Tucker will just go explore the house and they'll be like
oh, so they tag team. Okay, got you.
Yeah, and now like I got up and closed the door, and as soon as I close the door, Midnight gets up and walks over and bumps the door with his snout and looks at me all coy and shit, and like with that smile you see whenever he's panting. I'm like, you fucking asshole.
It wasn't nothing bad or anything like big time like big brawl out. It was all respectful, man. But like she just. What I don't understand, and this is where I come from with a lot of this shit, and it pisses me off, I guess. If you have problems with people, one, if you have a problem, you go to that person and talk to them like an adult. If you each talk to each other like adults and don't use name calling or, turn everything into a debate tactic, I think a lot more people would understand that we're all on the same fucking team.
Well, no, you gotta understand. There's bitch-made motherfuckers like Elder Lions that get mad when you talk shit on Speakeasy for some reason. That must be his boyfriend. And instead of letting Speakeasy or somebody fight his own battles, Elder Lion forms an opinion based on your opinion of someone else. And what pisses me off about Elder Lions, I actually liked that guy. Thought he was cool as fuck, and then because of me and Speakeasy having beef, he all of a sudden come at me. Didn't ask me why I didn't like Speakeasy. Completely called me a liar when I told him, despite me showing the fucking proof on my channel. And then he calls me a disingenuous liar. That's one set of insults that I do not tolerate because I don't lie and I'm not disingenuous.
No, that's true. And like I said, I've no beef with anybody. I always respect those who respect me. So I won't talk shit on Outer Line because he's never talked shit on me. But
Never say never.
Never say never. That's fair. That's fair. But anywho, I gotta get to work. You bitches have a wonderful day. Remember, donate money to OG. Send him money. Money now. Money to OG. OG needs lots of monies. Money's for OG.
Yes, you tell them, Ashton. And you know what? As much as I love you, I still hope that you sing with my little Einstein. On the
It's gonna
line
be stuck in
today.
my head all goddamn day today, and I'm gonna scream. Thanks, appreciate you.
Right. Zooming through the sky, little Einstein. I just don't know how I even come up in their conversations. Oh, here we go. We're gonna review it, I guess. I don't know if Miss Tootie can hear. Hopefully a tornado is not currently bullying Miss Tootie.
I'm here. I'm not going yet.
Hold on.
Oh,
I have it.
And no.
Ashtray.
Yeah, my poor doggy. She wants to go out, but I open the door. She's like, nah.
And to help or
So this
things of
was
anything
almost 3 hours ago what Ash
I don't
was talking about.
Ever
Okay.
of a
So
like
this is
to me,
actually still fresh.
I don't do the whole fucking pick a side kind of really.
and some care
What's up, Arlo?
from having child.
Have conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Streaming. That.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, he studied psychology and it was funny because one time he was talking to Confluence, and Confluence has a minor in psychology, and he was trying to teach Abe about psychology.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
The irony.
Was it, who did he just call psycho?
Trying to
Yeah,
teach
he was-
Abe about psychology. I don't know who he's talking to about.
No, that's funny.
Absolutely trying to. It's like, and it was like semi-entertaining his bullshit.
He was talking about confidence, I think.
That's funny actually.
Got you.
Like the other day, 'cause I don't have a. Well, obviously, I have an art degree, right? I didn't go to college and got any of this philosophy, but I enjoy philosophy. So understanding of postmodernism. Shut up, Kirk.
Roman.
Nobody cares.
I love Emmett to death, but all of these college-educated people, and they tell me I'm wrong about the definition of objective morality.
You want to know who got the better college education?
Huh.
You did. Because you got the whole education without having to pay for a stupid piece of paper.
I mean, I still had to pay for it. Even I still had to pay for
But
it.
you had to pay that big amount at the end just for that piece of paper. You
True.
pay for the educational portion, right? The part that you wanted. The knowledge, so to speak. And whatever knowledge it may have given you.
Well, I can't do shit with it because I don't have the degree. So it's shitty. It's out of luck either way.
I mean, you got the knowledge for yourself if you wanted to use it your own way.
I've been a hiring manager most of my life. You think anybody's looking to see if you have actual degree, bro?
Fair enough.
Come on.
Cares about what you have
You
to
can
Kirk.
say it. They ain't checking.
They ain't checking. They sure
love
as hell
you.
ain't checking.
Or something. Remember when they wanted safe spaces with puppies and cookie? Remember
like
that,
what?
Abe? Do you remember? Ignore me.
I'm trying to.
He's angry at me now.
Abe felt slighted.
Yeah, he's angry at me.
He said, yes, he's just this, oh.
I'm trying to figure out where they're talking shit about
Was,
me. Apparently.
So there is a person. Sometimes she's around. Kat is a pharmacist. And like,
Okay, that's
Confluence was talking about some kind of drug, and she was telling him, "Why I think it's methadone. Methadone dose to getting you to rehab or out of rehab."
Oh,
I have
Lord.
lobotomy. I'm drilling barrels. Confluence sometimes loses his mind. It's really fun.
Confluence is
But
a fucking.
it is a drill. It's a fantic. It's a fantic.
It's not a drill, Emmett. It's a Dremel. All right, you can use it to drill small holes into things, but its main purpose is to put on a fucking wheel to grind things down. It's called a Dremel tool.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
A baby scissors wheel.
Yeah, damn it, Emmett.
Come on, Trent, I'm Mexican.
Nano
Yeah,
drill.
that's the thing. I'm disappointed in you, Emmett. You're Mexican. You're supposed to know what these tools are from
You
birth.
got a
It's
wiener.
supposed to be in your genetic.
You know,
It's supposed to be in your genetic
Used to do a small.
You said it's like 15 minutes after this.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna turn over the page.
Actually,
Yeah, it's the
Today
7th.
is the 7th. Yes, you're gonna do good.
Grid practically got mad at me. He's just like, I feel like you've been ignoring me. It's just like, what? Yeah, I asked you to do art for me, and you just ignored me.
Charge him. Just that's all I'm gonna say.
And then there was also, I think Abe wanted me to show up on his stream at one point. I knew
Is
that-
there
I
some?
forgot
Hold
there
on,
was
wait.
also-
Hold on.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Do art for me, and you just ignored me.
Charge him. Just that's all I'm gonna say.
Emmett sound bitter when he said that. Is there some secrecy there?
And then there
That
was
whole
also, I think
cucking crew
Abe
is
wanted me to
fucking
show
nothing
up on
but
his
bitter.
stream at one point. I need to find time. I always crash so fucking early in the day.
That's weird.
You got
Thanks.
people. You got like 1-2 people, and you're like, oh my god, nobody wants to watch me. But it's
The Mark's stream, I peaked at 12.
Yeah.
I need to get Glacier. If anybody has Glacier's channel, because I want to review her Mark's stream.
I got you.
Because I'm pretty sure these people don't even know what Mark's is.
Let's see if I can.
What's up, Jim Bowden? How you doing, broski?
Mark's stream, I peaked at 12.
Yeah.
And on average,
Because I
it's
thought
about 7
AVG did.
people,
I
so-
thought AVG did the Mark stream, so I went on her channel to try to find it to review it last night. Because I don't even think these people understand Marx. That's why I asked everybody yesterday, could they say one good thing about Marx or communism? Because I was told that they read Das Kapital and the Communist Manifesto.
I got you in back chat.
Okay. God damn, I realized my arm, I'm bruised like an old man where Tucker, like, me and Tucker were like, and he came into his pit bull body and pit bull mentality. He grabbed my arm.
Punched by a man with those dogs, man, with claws on them. You get
Well, no,
punched by a grown man with claws. Okay.
No, he realized that he's a pit bull. So and it's my fault. I was antagonizing him. He didn't bite me. He didn't like actually bite me. Yeah, we were literally just playing. He just jumped up and made like contact with my arm and didn't like latch down like a bite, but locked his jaws and tried to drag me down to the ground.
Yeah.
So I fucking slung loose from him and he went to do it again and he kept trying to do it again. And he's got, if he wanted to rip my fucking arm off, he's the size he could do it now. So he's showing restraint and control in the fact that we're playing by the fact that I don't actually have open cuts and maul marks. I just have bruises where his jaws where I'm making contact with his teeth and his jaws locking down, right? Because if he wanted to sling my fucking arm off, he could. But He tried to drag me down, so I got loose and I wrestled him down, and then I caught him in the midair. The next time he tried to jump up and grab my arm, and I threw him onto a stick, and I thought I punctured his side, like I thought I hurt him as I was freaking out. And he wasn't stabbed or anything.
It just is this little oop, and then he's like, "Okay, come on, more daddy."
Well, no, no. He faked an injury though, so I'm mad at him. He's a little douchebag. Like he fake limped as soon as I started asking him, "Are you okay?" Like he fake limped and was soft on one leg, and I'm like, and I was freaking out, and then he just started running around like nothing was wrong with him.
Are there any cats around there?
Yes, but they're not ours. Then they're wild.
He's learning cat behavior.
That is cat behavior.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That is cat behavior. My doggy learned it from our kitty. They get cute and fun. They lure you in. They make you think you hurt them and all this other stuff. And then it's just a ploy to get you to them, or they can.
I don't think Tucker's actually interacting with the cat because the cat's scared as fuck. Like I've been outside right before the dogs got out, and the cats like run the fuck away as soon as the dogs come outside.
They study.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs aren't dummies. They're God. Spelled backward.
But
That's
Tucker
not
got.
the man's
I feel so bad. Tucker got a whooping this morning when I was talking to you about that stuff because he ran out the room and wouldn't come to me, and everybody's asleep. And I just took him outside, and he old man, Midnight has those big ass tumors on his backside.
Yeah.
So Tucker knows he's not supposed to run near Midnight or do too much aggressive to him in confined space. Well, as soon as I open the door to let Midnight out, Tucker runs, like literally dives under him. And I'm like, I haven't yelled at you. You've got food. I just brought you back in. There's no reason for you to be acting like that. Get your butt over here. And he won't come to me. And then when I'm trying to get him back, I was going to whoop him. I was just going to put him back in the room. So when he dives off in the bathroom, I don't see him. So I start walking towards the living room. Well, when I come back, I see him. I hear him behind me. How the fuck did you get behind me? So he stoved off in the bathroom, and I just couldn't see him because the lights were off when I was calling him. So I was like, okay, not your fault. I'm not going to whoop you. It's not a problem. I bent down to try to guide him into the fucking bathroom. He runs by me and runs to the front door. I'm not taking you outside. It is pouring fucking down rain. You just came in from pee-pee poo-poo in less than 5 minutes ago. So he just keeps running around, and he runs by my friend who's asleep on the couch and lays down. I'm like, bro. And at this time, I am fucking livid. Go. And like, I get it, and he goes right back into the bathroom. Like, he's fighting me every step of the way. So he got his butt tore up. And I felt so bad. I was like, I'm sorry, buddy.
He's got right now, he's like a preteen right now. All right. He's testing you. Just like a teen, just like you did when you were that age, like a preteen, and all that stuff. When you're coming into your own, puberty and whatnot.
He is a tan and white pit bull named Tucker at that. And he's actually usually well behaved and listens. That's the thing. And like, I feel bad for popping him because he's a dog and I'm a human. Granted, he's a pit bull and built like a tank. But I'm a big motherfucker.
Felt like a mosquito bite.
Yeah, well, I'm a big motherfucker, and if I hit you the right way, it's gonna hurt. And Tucker is my favorite thing, my favorite person, my favorite living thing right now. So when he has to get disciplined, he's looking all sad. He's kind of like looking at me. I'm gonna bite you. You hurt me. I'm gonna bite you because he's getting whooped. And I'm like, man, it makes me feel like shit. And then he's not even hurt. He just doesn't like that he's being put on the ground and forced to actually sit somewhere. So he's doing the little nap, like stop it, which makes me feel even worse because I'm like, man, I feel like I'm being mean to you. Stop.
No dog knows how to give the puppy eyes like the pitties.
Oh my God.
It's like, pity me. I'm so sad and pathetic. Look what you did to me, you horrible daddy. And then you're like, motherfucker, come here.
That's exactly what happened because he was looking up. He was looking up at me after he got a whooping, and I made him lay down in the spot. And he was just looking at me, and I'm like, "I'm sorry." I picked him up and coddled him, let him sit on my lap for a little bit, and I'm like, because I mean, I love that fucking dog. This dog,
he's your
like,
child.
Like aside from like every once in a while. Oh, I gotta turn the air conditioner on. My computer's starting to heat up the room.
And hey, Grid. Hey, big dog. What's up, y'all?
Hey, BD. Hey, Grid.
What up, big dog?
Just because I stand up does not mean that you get to fucking go outside again for the 18th time to this point and you lay down.
He's clocking every motion.
Oh yeah, no. If these headsets come off, he knows that means he's going outside.
Ah.
He knows. I don't even have to spell. I can't even hide the word out or say. He knows what.
He knows
OGC
somebody's
means.
going pee pee poo poo. Whether it be him or daddy, somebody's going.
Yeah. And if I'm going, he's going. Like my bathroom door is right next to my back door, so I just leave both doors open and open the back door, and leave the light on. And I go to use the bathroom. I let him go outside. He's like, I'm going to go use the bathroom as well. I'm like, yes, you are. When I'm done, I peek my head out the door. I'm like, hey, get the fuck away from the road, stupid. And the guy, my bad, Papa, my bad. Let me get out of here. Yeah, exactly. He fucking prances away from the road. I'm like,
he
no,
does
you're
that.
not.
Happy dog. Happy dog. Happy.
I gotta.
Happy dog.
I guess I gotta get him a flea pill because he's been itching, and like, but I don't see any fleas on him.
It's the weather, the dry weather,
Allergy season.
and how dry it's been lately.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting their skin real dry too because there's not enough moisture.
What do I do for that? Because he got an itchy thing. I had to get some cream for him because I'm like I am not finna get that. Get some
salmon oil. Put it in his food. Put some salmon oil in his food.
Okay.
It'll help from the inside out, and it makes it where
Well, he didn't get petted for like 3 weeks because he loved that pool that we've got outside of the house for the dog water. He likes to lay in that, and he got him some ringworm, and we noticed it, and I'm like, oh hell no,
no.
I got some of the. I got like fucking 4 things of ringworm cream. I was slathering on my hands, feet, and legs, and then getting gloves and slathering it on him. I'm like, I'm not dealing with this disgusting fucking shit. I swear to God, Tucker, you're not. And I wouldn't even let him in the pool. Like I wouldn't let him lay in the pool for like 2 weeks.
Now, okay, this is something that's stinky to do, but it's so good for him and for you too. Is to give him a vinegar bath.
Oh, I'm allergic to vinegar.
Oh, you poor baby. Oh my God.
That's so wild. I've never heard of someone being allergic to vinegar.
I may not be allergic to it, but when I smell it, it makes me Ralph every time. So I just say I'm allergic to it.
You can dilute it. You can also try adding some herbs or something to it. I mean, I take it you can't eat pickles then.
That's what I was fixing to ask. Can you eat pickles?
That's the thing. I can, but if I smell vinegar, it makes
straight vinegar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't tea tree oil just as antimicrobial?
Isn't what?
Tea tree oil?
Yeah, I was gonna say tea tree oil for the ringworm is a great way to go. It's also
but you don't want to give too much of
it. You got to be careful using it on Tucker. You want to dilute the fuck out of it.
That's right.
Well, that's been taken care of. He no longer has ringworm. Like I said, I kept my socks and shoes on for about 3 weeks in the house with him. I didn't pet him, and like I would slather my feet and hands, arms, and legs in the fucking cream, like the ringworm cream you can buy from CVS. And then I slathered his entire fucking undercarriage and exposed skin, and even worked it into some of the into his fucking fur.
Well,
he was not. I do not play with shit like that.
So here's the thing: is there's still gonna be ringworm in the soil outside. You can get diatomaceous earth from like shit. You can order it online, really cheap, and just fucking sprinkle that shit around your yard. It works great.
They got a Tractor Supply.
I drink that
It
shit.
also kills. It also kills fleas and ticks. It also kills
Yeah.
fleas and ticks.
Well,
It's
yeah,
totally safe.
flea
Ticks
medicine
this year
you
have
use
been
for him.
bad. I take him every 6 months to the. It's time to go to the vet anyway, but I take him every 6 months to the vet, and they give him like a $75 pill that just within like 3
The
days
Brevecto.
kills
That's what
all-
I
all
gave to my dog.
ticks.
She just got hers last week. Was her 3-month supply, whatever. Her Brevecto pill. Yeah, it's like a treat. And yeah, hers lasts for 3 months. The one I do. Yep.
Beth, I do detoxes with the diatomaceous earth. You drink it an empty stomach in the
Yep.
morning before. Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
good shit.
It's so good for you. And like with it, by the way, if you mix that shit, I told OG about the water with lemon and cayenne pepper. If you take that, add a little bit of like just a little apple cider and your diatomaceous earth, yo, you will detox everything. That shit is amazing for you. And probably not that you need to drink weight, but for like shit, you'll start drinking too.
Hell yeah! I put like half a cup of apple cider vinegar in my Brunswick stew. Oh, it's been detoxing all right.
What up, Boob Bandit?
Trying
What
not
up,
to
Lee
fucking
Fang? I
die.
am the Boob Bandit now
Bandit.
because of my Discord name. That's funny.
But it's got to be spelled right. It's got to be spelled.
What,
Boo.
breast milk.
My
Bandit?
teenager has me running so late this morning.
Man, don't tell me that, cleaner. I'm about to get some industrial sized disinfectant. You keep saying that. I'm gonna be like a crime scene cleaner up in this bitch.
I mean, you can do bleach baths too.
God damn.
If you can't handle the
Shit.
vinegar, you can do a bleach bath.
I used to do bleach baths.
Ugh.
Put a
Fuck
couple
that. That's
ounces, put
so
like an
bad
ounce
for
of
your
bleach,
skin.
put a couple of ounces of bleaches in the bath.
Oh,
It
it's
didn't do
so
my
bad
skin.
for
It
your
didn't do my skin. It
skin.
didn't do.
It's great for feet.
I'm saying it didn't do my skin
Freak
bad.
out.
I have pretty good skin. I have like
You-
baby smooth
you know what?
skin.
Yes.
You know what works better and is way less harsh on your skin, especially if you're doing your feet? Put some Listerine in that shit. It'll
Yeah,
kill
Listerine works
everything,
good.
and it won't
The original gold
and it
Listerine.
won't destroy your skin.
It
Yes,
has to be the
Listerine and
original gold,
Dawn
though.
dish soap.
Why do you two eat each other's foods, you fucking asshole?
Oh my
Midnight's
god!
like Midnight's
Last
just
night,
laying.
my dog. I have a funny one.
Midnight.
Last night, my fucking dog kept going out to the cat food bowl, and he was picking up mouthfuls of the cat food and taking it in, and he made a fucking pile of cat food on my bedroom floor next to his food bowl. I don't know why, but he wanted
the cat. He wanted the cat to
He
be
wants
part
to
of the
make
pack.
sure
He
the
come eat
cats
with
don't-
him.
He wants to make sure the cat doesn't touch his food, is what it is. He's super food possessive, like bad food possessive.
If he's
it's
that-
the one
if
thing
he's
with him I
if
can't
he's-
break.
If he's food possessive to the point that he brings other food in for other animals just so they don't touch his, that is a sign of hyper intelligence.
Oh yeah, Alaska's ridiculously smart. It's kind of yeah.
That's why
He
husbands
catches
are
me
such
off guard.
geeky babies, 'cause
He
they are
catches me
smart.
off. He catches me off guard because I think he's retarded sometimes, but then he does shit that it's like,
If I can find my cameras now, I'm going to I'm going to record me and Tucker playing fetch, because I think he's retarded too until we play fetch, and then he'll just snatch up the ball, and then like he'll set up his own little game where I go
that's
after
the
the
one
ball.
thing with him I can't break.
What? Was I? Did I disconnect for a little bit, or was that Beth?
No, that was
It
bad.
might have been me. I'm sorry. I'm driving.
She's going mobile.
I have been just slammed with appointments all fucking week. And yeah, rescuing my damn teenager and fucking, oh my lord.
You sent me the grand sum of $5 dues. Where did you send it? Did you send it Stream Elements or Kofi? Let's see. Let's see here.
It's still raining, just not.
On Stream Elements, I'm not seeing it. Let me see on Kofi.
Oh,
Let's see.
Oh, I'm having one of those. When you have drank some coffee and you haven't really. Oh, I can't say ate because I ate a little bit this morning, but you know that feeling when you drink coffee and then all of a sudden you get like this weird, just like you feel like you got a loss of sugar all of a sudden, and everything just goes like flushed, and you're
yeah.
like, ugh. And it
That's
only
not
does
good.
it with coffee like that. I'm like, ugh. Whew.
That's actually pretty good.
I want to hear Glacier.
Don't stop. Keep on doing it.
Taking shots to me. Melting examination spray. I like things.
I thought that Hegelian dialectics was looking.
So
Thought he was dumb, but I never philosophy, and I never look into it because I thought he was.
Wait,
dumb.
did Emmett just say he didn't know what Hegelian dialectic was? That's crazy.
But I never thought it was that dumb.
No. So you know how usually when it came to traditional education, you would be learning one of the basics would be logic. That you would be like when it comes to classical education, one of the things that you study is logic, and that would be coupled with some philosophy. He basically deliberately designed a philosophy that inverted logic. Like the point of his philosophy is for it to be contradictory, and in
But
the
she's
contradictions, you're supposed to find God.
she's talking about
And
schooling
I
that
haven't
not
really,
most people didn't get.
into it that much.
Yeah, Hegelian dialectic is literally thesis, antithesis, and synthesis. Like,
And
what's stupid about that? It's a logical connect. It's a logical.
she's also talking about an education that most people never received. Like only the upper class would have received this. Like the elite, the 1%, if you will.
This is the problem with allowing both women and the
Foreigners?
entirety of humanity to be educated. Is there's a lot of concepts that they think they understand that they don't. And then
Right.
people that actually understand them, like myself, get called an idiot because they don't understand them. Like I love how I use, I love on how on confluences when I'm taking the piss and fucking with them last night that I use the proper definition, and they tell me I'm a fucking idiot that I'm not using that I don't know the meaning of the words.
OG, these are the same people who called me a fucking idiot when I referenced conversion by the sword and tried to say
Well,
that shit never happened.
It's annoying because people that I respect, like Grid, Emmett, and Abe, fuck with these people and somewhat agree with them. So I always think that I always think that maybe I'm wrong, and I just think I'm smarter than what I am. So I'll go back and when I'm not talking, like I'll go back and Google these concepts to just refreshen myself. And I'm like, motherfucker, I was right the whole goddamn time.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Like for a minute, I was kind of like I got not with conversion by the sword, but like with the fact that they used to confiscate children from Jewish families and force them to be indoctrinated as Christians, and especially they would put boys into the priesthood. Like for a minute there, I was kind of like, am I just like following a conspiracy theory? And like I had to dig for a second, but nah, that shit's real. Unfortunately.
It's called gaslighting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, man, that's how these groups and organizations grow, and they pass on their dogmas. They gaslight you into denying what you know is reality.
Well, I almost feel bad for him because people like Glacier, they believe that what they are saying is true. They wholeheartedly fucking believe it. And there's no telling them they're wrong because they've been indoctrinated with this and they trust their source, which unfortunately tends to be different churches who just don't know all the history, don't have all the history.
Well, for instance, Casper, hit the panel, Casper. We can talk about it. But and I agree with Casper here. Show me a church or religion, or show me a religion that didn't do that.
Exactly. I'm not saying right. He's right.
I'm not saying Casper, I'm not the one that said I didn't believe. I had my entire faith question on Confluence's panel because I believe morality is subjective to the individual. Like, right? Too. And like these guys sat here and they tried to use the church and they couldn't. Like, I'm sitting here fucking Hadouken, like just fucking dodging and weaving their bullshit. Right? And they're like, oh, you don't believe in God, da da da. Like, yes, I do. God, but it also says in the Bible that we can't understand God. That God's ways are not our ways.
I hope that I missed last night.
And what's furthermore is look for instance at Judaism and Christianity. Okay, both of them rely on the Old Testament and are therefore looking to the same exact God. Yet they can't agree on many attributes of him, and their morality is completely different in a lot of aspects. So therefore, it's, even if you're looking at that right there, establishes the subjectivity of it, the fact that they're talking about the same God but cannot agree on the foundational pieces.
And that right there is one of the things that I was arguing with them about, because that's literally what I was saying, right?
Yeah.
An example that I gave is, you want to know how there's subjective morality in Christianity? Because there's 80,000 different sects of Christianity.
Yes. Yeah, that too.
With different moral foundations.
Exactly. But it's like, and they're going to say, well, the Protestants that's kind of more cultish. It came later.
No,
they developed those ideas later.
Cleaner of morality is subjective. It is not objective. Me and Emmett had this whole conversation, brother.
I agree that it's completely subjective. And that's their argument, though, is that, well, you can't really use like Protestantism to show those differences because Protestantism came later and it's incorrect. Well, okay, then let's rewind to the beginning and let's look at Judaism next to Christianity, because whether they like it or not, Judaism is the roots of Christianity. And they can't agree with them on the attributes of God. So therefore, or the morality that comes from it. Therefore, morality is subjective.
The thing about it is, morality is subjective. The only reason that we believe it's objective is because of groupthink and conformity bias or whatever. It's where the majority of people have these beliefs or understandings, so you think that that's the way things should be.
Confirmation bias, yeah.
Yeah, confirmation bias. It's literally how it works, and this is just how it fucking works. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm also playing a video game. I'm playing Star Citizen. You get an action, right? Such as child abuse. We'll take child abuse. You get an action. The majority of people believe it is wrong in some form or fashion. So you gain consensus. Through this consensus, you then gain an ethics or legal system because of the consensus. And then when you get that consensus, you then use force to punish an action. And through that punishment, through that constant punishment, you get more and more people who adopt the consensus. Now, the proof that this is objective, even though a large portion of people agree, is
You mean subjective?
That's subjective. People can't even agree on how to punish things that they think that they agree that are bad. Right?
Right.
I think child abusers should be shot. Other people think that prison time is necessary.
Look at it this way too. We cannot come to an agreement on what is abuse and what is not. Because even scripture says, spare the rod, spoil the child. But okay, how much force behind using the rod becomes abuse? We can get an idea, but cultures disagree.
For morality to be objective, it would have to be the same without humans in existence, and it's not. Morality only exists because of humans. It is a human concept. If you take humans away, morality and ethics don't exist. Look at nature. You're more than welcome to hit the panel. We can talk about it.
Hell yeah, I love it when Cleaner comes up. Cleaner's a really intelligent and well-spoken guy.
Casper, you can go suck a dick because you haven't unblocked me yet. You fargan bastard, you. That's what you get.
Lord.
No, alive every day, strip so you won't do it. Can you speak fucking English? Let me see who this fucking retard is. It's someone who doesn't have any videos. All right, so bye. You guys are going to learn that fascism is in vogue around here. Bet. You're more than welcome to come up, Cleaner.
And please be sure to tip your host.
Yes.
Oh shit. I didn't see Jim Bowden. What's up, Jim? How are you? I did not even hear you come up, good sir.
Hello.
Hey there.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Hello, Jim.
Hello.
Hello.
Howdy, partner.
Howdy. I'm trying to get to this part where Ash.
Hegel is the funnest. He's playing, but it was like.
It's different from Marx. It's just okay.
I'm from.
Yeah,
Texas.
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
He was so pissed. It's a contradiction to say that it works. Marx is just like, it's not. He's just saying that it's a contradiction to say that it works. Marx, his brain was melting.
I literally was like, what the? This is the stupid dying inside. When you explain what Hegelian dialectic was, when you explain what Hegelian dialectic was, I was just dying inside. I literally was like, what the? This is the stupidest. This is the
re-examination. His brain was melting.
Hegelian dialectic is very simple to understand.
So
we are getting some feedback from somebody.
It's, just like, it's not. He's just saying that it's a contradiction to say that it works.
Well, I can explain that. Easy.
I came in muted.
He was so pissed.
Jamie.
Yo.
Hi, me.
I don't know. I think
Hola.
Beth. Yeah, it's coming from Beth. It's coming from her car speaker. I muted you, Beth. But I don't understand.
I'm on AirPods. I gotta turn them down.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, I can explain it for you, OG, if you want.
What? Explain what?
Oh, the morality thing I was talking about.
Oh yeah. Give me one second, because I'm trying. I'm being a gossiping little bitch. Ashtray told me Glacier was talking shit, and I'm trying to get to it.
I love it.
Big petty bitch.
It's schoolyard time first, dear.
But no, like I love hearing people that can't contemplate things. I love hearing them talk shit, because if you need that much explanation to understand Hegelian dialectic, I'm just like, bro, how smart really are you? It's literally just two people arguing and finding common ground.
And exactly.
Like, I don't know. It's idea, anti-idea coming together. Like, I don't know how much more simpler I can explain. Is the link not pinned?
If I can interject.
No, the link is not pinned. Oh my goodness. I've been telling people to come up, didn't even pin the link.
If I can interject and just give you a
No,
historical
but
background.
I read the text in the chat.
Hegel was a professor at Berlin University, 1895, and the Hegelian dialectic basically means, and I blame that Jewish Marxist person called Karl Marx, who stole his idea, turned it upside down. Hegel basically said thesis, antithesis, and synthesis. And what Marx did, he stole that idea. He was very jealous. He was a contemporary of Hegel in Germany at the time. And the issue what Marx did was that he claimed it for himself, basically. But that is the essence of Marxism, or Karl Marx's ideology.
Fair enough, Jim. Hold that thought, because I got two conversations I got to get to after I do the schoolyard bullshit.
Go ahead.
Well, the idea of finding God is interesting. It's a problem is more think. But this is demonic. That's what I think now.
What is demonic?
Learning about Hegelians.
Oh my lord.
And there's apparently he was Hegel, the Twilight of
Hey, I gotta go do some shit. I'll be back in like hopefully an hour. Okay.
And there's
Well,
apparently
hurry up.
Mama, good luck.
Wash your hands before
Do you hear me,
come
OG?
back.
actually falls.
Yeah.
What?
You need a new toilet paper.
I said, hurry up.
I'm gonna do my best. Trust me, I don't want to go do this, but I'll see you in like an hour, guys. Love you.
What's be with you?
I come ask some questions about the drama. But first
Doesn't take a man to take a shit.
Seriously? I guess. What else can I do with $2 anyway? And then I have two.
Instead of this host dude is a dumb. If I were so dumb, why would the so-called smart people bitch? Besides, my show. I do what I want.
Canadian, it says.
That's right. Do what you want. What's up, OG? You didn't even say hi, man. I feel offended.
I did say
you've trampled on my last fucking feeling.
You are too rich, too white, and too right to be a snowflake. You calm down, sir.
You calm down, sir. You calm down.
Grid is losing his humanity, and it is now your fault, OG.
I've never been a member of a victim class.
Feels good, don't it, Grid?
I need to understand this victim class mentality. I've been trying all night, and I just hadn't. Well, actually, that's a lie. I didn't try. I tried for 2 minutes. An argument can be made for a minute, but you know.
Let the oppression flow through you.
That's right. The oppression. The dynamic.
With $2, man.
That cleaner guy is actually smart. That's because he's the CIA, Sheila. My God.
Okay. Get the fuck out.
Get a job.
Yeah,
I mean, get a job.
Shut the fuck up, Frankie.
Oh Lord.
And I got progressive.
Who the fuck is Frankie?
Today.
I have no idea.
Look, the best way to cure your illness, isn't it?
Ashton told me he talked to
Wait,
Emmett and Glacier because Glacier said I was a pussy or something.
Well, if that is the case, I'm not being bad faith. I'm just moving on with the board.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
I would.
Okay, so
I was willing.
Have conversations. So I feel like when
I mean, I am with people around them.
You and Orthodox guy beefing?
I don't think I have.
All right.
Everybody that was on AVG's side is using ad hominems against her when we're literally critiquing her arguments, and she's saying that it's a personal attack instead.
Well, I can barely hear that. Who is that?
You can say that I personally attack her because I call her a bitch, right? But other than that, it's
I mean, but her name is.
Well, Emmett got really butthurt that I made the joke about what's her name, Paige, injuring her leg on the stripper pole.
Like everybody seemed to be all good.
He was really angry about that, and I'm like, look, it's a fucking joke, like and I apologize if she was offended by that. It's funny, right? People, if I say I tripped and fell into a bag of fucking dicks, then that would be funny, right? That would be funny. You'd be like, oh, that's funny.
That's not just funny. I would take fucking pictures and post it everywhere because we would all get a laugh.
Somebody would AI that shit tomorrow.
You would do the same thing to me.
Grift that shit, baby.
Well, no. The thing is, Paige can come over here and go over there and fuck with people, make jokes, but somebody does it back to her in a white.
Right. I joke about Dusty being a fucking crackhead. I mean, if people joke about me all the time, do you see me getting pissed off and being, oh, you're not my friend anymore because you fucking joke about me? No.
Was it that serious?
That's because I'm not a pussy.
He puts on his big girl.
Did Emmett take it that far for real? Or was
he literally? So I was on Paige's show, and I had kind of brought back up the stripper pole thing because I think it's a funny gig, right? It's a funny tagline. I mean, and look, I understand. Maybe I'm the only one that has seen the stripper pole workouts and all of that. There's as a matter of fact, one of the gyms that I used to go to had a class in that. They don't call it stripper pole, by the way. I call it stripper pole. I don't know what the fuck they call it, but. It's like an actual exercise routine. And I was like, so that's how you hurt your. She's like, well, I hurt my leg, and because of that, I gained some weight. And I said, hey, I sympathize with that. A couple of years ago, I did some really stupid shit, and I tore up my knee and hip, and I gained like 20 pounds. Right. It took a while to lose that.
So Grit actually speaking from experience. He knows the stripper pole workouts.
I did not do it on a stripper pole, but if somebody said, yeah, you did that on a stripper pole, I'd be like, I thank you for giving me that much credit. Thank you for giving me so much credit to think that there's a stripper pole that can hold my weight class, pal.
But that's what I'm saying. You did it on the stripper pole, bro. So check out Paige's moves, all right?
What's the move, babe?
That's actually funny, though. The Daria thing plays. I got to be honest with you. The Daria thing plays.
It does.
Yes, there is. Emmett came after me a little bit because talking, and he kind of white knighted a little bit for Paige, which is totally fine, right? It's actually fine, right? Sheila says that would be rude to say about a lady. It's a joke. Jokes are rude.
Who the fuck cares?
That
bitch is rude as fuck anyway.
And it's okay, right?
She's gonna trip, fall down.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to call an ambulance.
Going down, but
Pop lock and drop it.
He's in the zone like Noel last night.
I don't know who did this edit, but it slaps. This right here is good. This is good. Whoever did the edit That's rad.
You know what I mean?
I think Dusty did it.
You want to see it all?
That figures. Dusty's good at this shit.
That's right.
But again, if I tell Dusty, you know, I make jokes about Dusty, you know, like sticking his dick in random things all the time. Like if I can't joke with my friends, you're not my fucking friend.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. I don't know if these.
I don't joke with people that are not my friends. Like you can actually tell if you're my friend or not because I will joke with you. If I don't joke with you, if I treat you like you're a dick, I don't like you.
I don't think these guys. I don't think these guys understand. Oh, I don't think they understand like social relationships and dynamics. I think they're that autistic.
Dude, they're perpetually online. They have no social skills whatsoever.
And look, I have people come up to me. Well, not come up to me. I have people DM me, tell me I'm a little too serious. I could be a little more, you know, a little bit more chill. A little bit. I think I'm funny as fuck. Like maybe you just don't get my humor, right? Because I insult people like backhandedly all the time. They just don't. They're just too stupid to understand that they've just got fucking.
You just have that dry Southern man humor that not a lot of people get because they're too stupid.
Yeah, it is. I do have very dry humor. I could be. My humor is dry enough to be English.
It doesn't make it your fault.
Yeah, I could be a fucking Briton because my humor is so damn dry. You would think I'd drink gin, and that's how dry my humor is.
You'd make a good German, Grid.
But anyway, so I missed out, you know, so I don't know. So let me bring myself up to speed. I was having a conversation with Confluence, calling him out on being white knighting for women who would agree to suck dick to get a job in a movie, and yet somehow the producer guy was, you know, obviously that's bad to say, hey, suck my dick or else you don't get in a movie. But if you agreed to it, that's bad. You could have walked out the fucking door, right? And so that was my position, that they were both equally immoral. And his position was that it's extortion if the threat of blackballing them in the industry exists. And I said, well, we don't know that exists, right? Like maybe I can threaten to blackball you and that you'll never work in the industry again. But how realistic a threat is that? We never really got into that because again, there was just so much white knighting going on. And I'm like, look, it's absolutely fucking wrong. It's equally wrong for a woman to agree to suck a dick or take a dick or whatever as it is for a man to say, suck my dick or else, right? Like that, you're equally wrong because you're agreeing to it, right? You could walk out the fucking door and say, fuck you, I'm not sucking your dick. And
people want to win so bad on this argument that they'll be like, well, what if he forces her? Well, obviously if he forces her, that's
a different thing. So now she's not agreeing. Right? Like now she's not agreeing.
A totally different story.
No, that's why I don't like talking to certain
They're extorting her because they'll ruin her career. Obviously, she knew that when she walked in the fucking door that was a potentiality, right? She walked in to get a job. She walked in without a job.
Yeah.
So what career is there to ruin? Right?
I mean, you always hear them say the same thing. I had heard stories about such and such, but I had to go see for myself. I had to make sure.
And again, I'm not saying that it is right for a guy to say, suck my dick or you'll never work in this business or you know, hey, you know, get naked now or fuck off because nobody cares and you'll never have a career in this industry. That is immoral. That's absolutely wrong for men to do that. However, the minute the woman says, yeah, okay, I'm down. Let's make it happen, Captain. She is equally immoral.
So I started off, what happened last night with me and Emmett and Confluence and everybody over there is I took the extreme position on this, right? If you're a guy who owns a business and a woman comes in looking for a job, you know, it's every bit of your right. Like, yeah, part of your responsibilities. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you already know, baby. On your knees, all right? On your knees. Because I'm the one with the job. I need to pay her for certain services. That's part of the job.
Yeah.
All right? That's just part and parcel. And if she don't want that job, she can go somewhere else. I'm the one offering the job.
Well, the thing is, I would even see a condition in which I would tell a girl to do that, right? If like if I was auditioning a girl or filling a role for the job of specifically sucking a dick, then obviously I would have her do that to know if she could do that.
You got to audition for the role.
I don't know if I can go that far, but certainly the argument can be made that way, right?
You have to put yourself in the position of the person that's degenerate enough to take that job in order to argue from that ideology or understand it.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it is about not holding people accountability, right? Yes, I am a degenerate, Cypher. All right. If you can't think logically,
I like Cypher. Cypher's cool. I like Cypher.
I don't like any of the Pleasure Squad personally.
Sorry.
I mean, I like everybody that I can fuck up in an argument.
Fair, but that's the thing though, Grid, and because I was arguing that morality is subjective, right? And Emmett would go, it's bad because it happens outside of marriage. Well, that's how you feel. That's your subjective morality. Right. I, for one, think if you have a job and you own the property and the bitch wants to be there working at your job, and I mean, if she's hot, I mean, maybe sucking your dick is part of the job opportunity now. I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't know that I can endorse that sort of prostitution, but I'm not going to, like, again, if this is agreement on both sides, right? Like,
yeah, you're not forcing her to do it.
I want to understand. From my point of view, it's immoral, right? Because I do believe that the act of sex without marriage is immoral. I do believe that. Now that's my belief. I'm not saying that you have to believe. You can believe whatever the fuck you want. But I believe it's immoral, and I think that most people in society would say that it's bad for society, and I would say that most people in society would also say that it's immoral.
Well, that's that consensus part that I'd be talking about.
While we can agree to disagree about the morality of it, the end result is the same. I don't see the need to argue with you about your personal belief. This is my problem this is my problem in a lot of times in this space, is that we stop talking about what your actual argument is, and we start attacking your personal beliefs. I don't care what you believe. You don't know what I believe other than what I say.
Well, the thing about it,
equally, I can argue that prostitution ought to be a requirement because young men need to get laid. Young men need to understand how to interact with women. I can make a damn good argument that it is more immoral to deny young men the sexual experience that they so richly deserve before they go off and die in battle.
Oh, hell yeah, brother. There you go.
I can make a lot of arguments. That doesn't mean that I believe or it is my personal moral guideline.
Well, the thing about it is,
confuse that.
The thing about it is, right, these guys, because they don't like me, they're so willing to accuse me of that being my actual personal belief, and they don't hear the argument that I'm making.
You don't see a better example of this than Dusty Flow State. He, in his personal life, and I keep telling people this, in his personal life, he's very conservative. I've heard him talk to his kids. I've heard his kids talk to him. He's a good dad, and he's a very conservative dude. But online, he plays a degenerate because it makes him money.
Ding, 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 ding. Well, no, the thing about it, right? Like, nobody asked me what my beliefs on it are, right? I think that it's absolutely immoral to exchange sex for things. I've never bought a hooker. I've never exchanged.
You don't buy them; you rent them.
Same difference, right? I've never paid for sex, right? And I never think about it. I think it's immoral and gross. But if someone is a fucking business owner and they want to put that in there, that's up to the fucking chick who is offered the job to walk away or to say yay or nay.
Well, again, I mean, and just to give a personal observation, the reason I have a problem with OnlyFans is because it is in fact turning young women into prostitutes. You can argue that it's video only and it's not, they're not actually having sex and all of that. But in some cases they are, because they do, because these women perform sex acts on themselves or have a partner there that, are performing sex acts for money. That is, by definition, ladies and gentlemen, that is prostitution, and it's wrong.
It's a streamline to the easy out situations.
Why is it wrong?
Way bad.
To me, that's wrong, and it's immoral. But again, nobody asked me, right? When they made the law, they didn't ask me. I would have said, no, fuck no, burn them at the stake. They would have not gone that far, I think. But maybe we can hope. Say a prayer.
Well, see, here's the thing, right? When I'm dealing with the pleasure squad and like ortho bros and debate bros, I act as the heel because I think it's funny how triggered they get. Because logically speaking, my logic is sound, and they can't say anything about it other than my religion or my morality, and I find that absolutely hilarious. And I'm going to keep doing that until they can actually think logically and separate themselves from the emotional arguments. Now, if they want to have an actual God's honest conversation about what my morality is or my personal beliefs, they can ask me. But they will they do not think logically, and they cannot play devil's advocate, so they make accusations based on the conversation.
I mean, I was on Emmett's side last night. I agree that both the guy who is asking for sex for employment and the girl who says, yes, I will give you a blowjob so that I get the job, and fuck all the other women who won't. I think those are both equally immoral. The argument, and I was with Emmett. Why? Because my personal belief is that sex outside of marriage, and especially sex for money, whether that be a job or whatever, is immoral. I think that now, again, that's my point of view, and I don't try and chase it with.
You're an individual. What does your individuality matter? 8.5 billion people in the world today.
Good weed.
I got a question for you, Grid. Would you agree that the decision is bigger than yourself in that moment, that it's not just you involved in that decision, that it precipitates on other people?
Right, correct. And I think that it's bad. I think that sex for pay is bad for society. I think it's been proven fairly definitively that it's bad for society. But again, that's my individual take on it. I'm willing to listen to other takes. However, and I agreed with Emmett. I mean, now Emmett and I were agreeing for different reasons, right? Like in his point of view, it's wrong, I'm assuming, because the church has said that this is wrong, and therefore it is wrong. For me, yes, I agree with the Bible that sex outside of, and actually, if you want to quote the Bible accurately, it's sex outside of love or a relationship, not marriage, right? Like the idea of marriage is, we have the idea of marriage didn't exist, and so we're interpreting that in and of itself, right? So sex without love, and it's love or not duty, but not responsibility. There's a word that captures it. I'm drawing a blank right now, but that's wrong. That's a sin, and I believe that, and I think Emmett believes that. I think Emmett believes it in a different way, and that's okay. He's free to do so, but that's So I think that paying for sex is immoral. That's
I would argue if I can interject, we are that, and I push back Orthodox and yourself.
Well, I'm not
Morality.
Orthodox.
I'm referring to Orthodox guy
Okay.
and yourself. I would argue that morality is not subjective, but objective. In other words, if you ask you what your argument is, and my argument, I concur and agree what you're saying, it is we are both white European Christians. I'm a Catholic, you're probably a Protestant in America, and our culture and our history and our heritage, whether you love it or hate it or detest it as the loony left does in America and Australia and all over the world, but we can't deny it, emanates from our Christian belief.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I believe that laws
It's objective. So when you talk about, sex, 304s, whores, and you call it strip poles, we call it pussy poles here in Australia. I think it's more appropriate. Slippery pussy poles. Now I'm being very improper and very
Jim,
cheeky.
I think you're on your webcam mic. You might want to adjust your mic to your headset.
Oh shit! Can you hear me?
We can hear you. It's just a little far away. While he's adjusting that, I want to.
What I'm saying, I want to take over the conversation. It is our morality, our Western world morality, Canada, America, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, is part of the heritage of Christianity. That's all I'm saying. So it's subjective. It's our 2,000 years of heritage from 33 AD when Jesus Christ was crucified, has risen to this day. And all these other religions, politics, blah, 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 which, how would I put it, attacking Christianity. And we are losing battle. It's the end of times, as I said, as a Catholic. We are dying breed in America and Australia and Europe. But again, I digress. I don't want to go from the topic and talk about morality. I think it's very, very important that morality, we should all acknowledge the essence of morality and our heritage and pay respect to it. That's all I'm saying, no more, no less. I don't know what you agree. Please have a pushback. I want some.
So I don't think there's any real pushback.
I want some Socratic challenge.
Well, you didn't actually push back on anything I said. We basically said the same thing.
Exactly.
Give me 1 minute. I want to address Sasquatch out there. What if a married couple on OF? I'm assuming he means have. What if it's a married couple on OF, obviously having sex for money on screen? Is that immoral? I would say so, because it's they're having sex for money, and they're. But that's a great.
Doesn't it say in the Bible though that all is acceptable within the confines of marriage?
Creepy. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, Jamie.
Doesn't it say though in the Bible that all is acceptable, but not all is beneficial within the confines of a marriage? I'm pretty sure it's in 2 Corinthians.
If I could for a second, I think you guys, like, a lot of the time when people get into moral debates, they start arguing about specific things. And the problem with that is you're already in the space of the intellectual mind. You've already removed absolute morality. The intellectual mind itself can be used against your morals. You can do things against your morals, right? Like, morals are objective. Hold on. I'm going to explain why I say this. All right. I'm going to give you all the qualifiers for why I understand things this way. I look at things a little differently. I have a lot of fucking time to just sit and go off down the rabbit hole of thought. So hear me out on this. Let me know what you think. All morality truly is from the two main drivers of life, And then when the intellectual being is created, some intellectual beings had a moral center, some didn't. The ones that didn't survive. The ones that did continued, right? We see that because we have like massive amounts of people in moral centers. Animals even show morals in some ways. The thing is, once you add the intellect, you have to have a moral center to keep the intellect functioning within a guideline of what is the main drivers of life, what keeps life surviving and reproducing, right? So that's where our moral center is. That's why we have the moral center, is to do that, to continue us going down that path. So all of our morals from our each individual perspective, what we typically do is try to do things that are within our morals, because our brain understands that as the best chance for our survival and our reproduction.
So that's a really old argument. Stefan Molyneux calls it universal.
It's an undefeated argument too.
I'm about to defeat it. Let me finish.
Go for it.
So he called it universal preferable behavior, but the problem is that there's contradictions in the model. So if you could say passing your genes is part of survival, then you can justify rape because it passes your genes, but it's also immoral because you take someone by force. So that's immoral. So you have actions that are both moral and immoral, and that breaks your system.
Well, no, it doesn't.
Because your system is inconsistent.
Hold on. You have a pre-bake. You have a pre-bake in your argument. You added in the pre-baked philosophical understanding that rape is bad. Animals don't think that way. Why do humans? Because we created this concept.
Okay, so by your morality, rape is good. Okay.
No, wait, ladies and gentlemen, small grift break. I take great pride in my channel being like a lounge or hangout type bar where we can have conversations. But like any business, lounge or bar, there is an upkeep cost. So please consider supporting your hangout, supporting your bar. If you enjoy these conversations and these topics, please consider donating to the Cash App Stream Elements or Ko-fi. Stream Elements and Ko-fi are for our foreign friends. Cash App is for our American friends. Please consider. You can hit !tip for the Stream Elements, !, Cash App for the Cash App, !, Ko-fi for the Ko-fi links. Ko-fi and Streamlabs Stream Elements accept credit cards or PayPal. Thank you very much. All right, go ahead, Cleaner. You can rebuttal to what Hank was saying if you want.
Oh no, I just said no. That doesn't it doesn't mean that just because you're saying that one thing could be considered moral in a certain way of somebody going down and evolving or whatever. It doesn't mean that the other side couldn't be or is also or whatever. This is not a mutually inclusive, because neither side is mutually included. Or neither side is singularly included, so it couldn't be a mutually inclusiveness. You get it?
Because your moral system's contradictory, it reduces back down to emotivism. That's the only atoms of your moral system.
No, it's all because of the intellect. As soon as the intellect is brought in, the moral system is engaged inside the human moral center. But that's just so that our intellect doesn't let us get outside of the main drivers of life, which is to survive and reproduce, which we all generally follow. We don't always follow it, but we do generally follow it.
Does morality always line up with what would be the comparison? Morality always line up with logic and emotion?
Ours doesn't, because we have intellect. Again, you're speaking from the format and the understanding of the intellectual being, not the unintellectual being. If you look at it from the unintellectual being's point of view, morality is absolute. You will survive, you will reproduce, those things are done. You have no intellect to say, no, I don't want to do that. You just do them, right? And then as a human, we have intellect, but we still have that driven into us.
I have a moral question, and Cleaner and Jamie, I think, are going to clean this up. Is it immoral, or would you consider it immoral to legislate that all drugs are controlled because humans may not be able to control their urges and they would die or become addicted and their lives would be ruined? And therefore, it's moral to have laws in place to control drugs and other medicinal purposes.
You asking from a personal point of view or from an objective?
I'm just asking from what
universe?
you've presented.
Right.
Is it moral to put laws in place, to put guardrails in place to prevent humans from hurting themselves?
Yeah.
Is it moral to do so?
I believe so, yes. From my point of view, yes. But I'm an intellectual being and I can make that choice.
Well, no. For example, just recently, I won't go into the history, in Alice Springs, you can Google it. There was a guy just got arrested. He raped and killed a 5-year-old girl at the center of Australia, Alice Springs. Me as a lawyer, and it's all over the news. You probably haven't heard it in America. And there was a big riot. Google it. Or go on YouTube and see Alice Springs killing of a 5-year-old girl. There was a whole riot of Aboriginals. There's a lot of Aboriginals, natives of Australia, in Alice Springs. And they demanded and they bashed him up. They bashed the shit out of him, to be precise. And the police intervened and they took him to a local hospital. To cut the long story short, there was a big riot outside, and Aborigines, as natives of Australia, have demanded for the authorities to hand him back and to him to be tried, and whatever Aboriginal native laws are, to be tried and executed or punished or whatever, banished or whatever that is. Now, this is their morality. I won't go into, this has just happened a month ago, 3-4 weeks ago. Google it, and you can see that. My point is, this is their morality. Does that make it right? In my European,
and this is, I get what you're asking, Jim. A lot of people have asked me this whenever I brought this line up, right? A lot of people ask that. The thing is, you have to be able to put yourself in their life. That person that's living that life, do they believe they're doing the right thing? Do they believe they're doing
the right thing? The rights come from morality.
Hold on, though. I get that. But here's the thing.
Aztecs used to kill virgins.
Sure.
They burned kids.
They believed it was right. So in their culture, that was moral.
No.
It's because of the intellect. It's because of the morals.
Yeah. Their morality.
Yeah, but that would prove that it's subjective and not objective morality.
It's not subjective. It's not subjective. We're looking at it. You're looking at it from your point of view as OG guy who's grown up right now, right, OG? But here's the thing: if you were in the Aztec culture, their understanding is that their god will allow them to keep living another year if they sacrifice this child, and so they do that. That's their morality. So their survival is based on them doing this in their mind. They believe it. That's because of the intellectual mind. You see why I keep using the intellectual mind is different?
I get what you're trying to do, but you're fundamentally incorrect because Christianity came into direct conflict with this child sacrificing cults and won over. And again, that says just like I told Emmett and them, what you're seeing and what you get is consensus and the use of force to determine morality. Morality is still subjective.
No.
Yes.
No. What you're determining with the use of force, when you bring the use of force in, all you're determining is who has the greater use of force. Use of force and morality do not correlate. They're not like absolutes. You know, if the side that is actually on the side of what would be better for human survival and reproduction has the higher force, then yes, in that case, it would be on the same side. But force itself does not always mean that that's necessarily what's good for the organism itself as a whole.
So I guess my question, and you guys kind of went way off in the tangents here. The question, you answered that it would be moral to pass laws to prevent drug abuse or things like that. And my question is that, or my position would be, is that it's immoral for me to prevent you from how you choose to live your life.
You're asking me if it's moral for.
No, I said it would be my position that it would be immoral for me to pass a law on how you should live your life and how you decide to kill yourself or how you decide to better yourself. It would be the same as if you would consider it very immoral if I said that every single person on the planet had to have medical training, or every single person on the planet had to have X, because you would consider that maybe for the societal good, but there were people who say that's against my morals because we have conscientious objectors all the time in the military, is the best example of that. And so if one thing is immoral, to be consistent, it has to be immoral across the board.
Oh,
correct.
I'm gonna say it again. You're arguing an intellectual issue. The problem that we have right now is
I'm arguing this from an intellectual point of view that has no bearing in reality.
No, that's not exactly what I'm saying. I'm not saying it has no bearing in reality. What I'm saying is, within your understanding, your life is the construct you've lived, right? And so your morality and the things that you choose to do.
No, we're going back to St. Augustine and free will. And free will is a bitch. That's the point of Christianity. I'm a traditional Catholic, and I believe in the Catholicism. I really
want to hear Cleaner and Jamie's answer on this. Jim.
Let's go down to
Jim.
Wait. We have to interject free will when we talk about morality.
I'll kill the free will in a minute.
The other side of the equation.
Yeah, so let's
morality and free will.
Let's get down to Cleaner's argument
all
first.
The Americans go, oi.
Oh, come on up, homie.
Okay, let me go ahead and gun down Cleaner's argument. So, is it immoral to use intellectualism at all, Cleaner?
No, it's not necessarily immoral or moral. It depends on what you do in relation to the actual objective morals. There's a difference. What I'm trying to identify to you guys is that there's a difference between the actual objective morals of survival and reproduction, the things that the intellectual mind creates because we can understand conceptuals, ways of living, sociologies, all of these things, societies. We construct these things to try and give us the best net outcome for survival and reproduction. But the thing is right now, and this is kind of something that we've been going through for a good long period, we're all trying to figure out what the best moral structure is and put the greatest force behind it and keep it there. But we haven't got there just yet, That's why Christians are fighting Islamics, and because everybody has these constructs they've lived in where they believe their morals are right, but they're not actually mapping on to what the true morals for the whole organism are, which is survival and reproduction for all of us. You understand?
So you're very inconsistent.
It's just like if part of your body is sick and has a disease and starts eating the rest of your body, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay?
So you're very inconsistent because on one hand you say intellectualism is being moral, and on the other hand you're saying it's neutral. So,
no, I'm saying it's not necessarily. I have always said it's not necessarily. As soon as you bring the intellect in, the intellect can change and warp things in our reality. We see this with the lefties in their arguments. Some of them actually believe what they're doing is moral, right? Because the construct has made them think that. The rest of us look at it with data and objective reality and go, hold on, no, that's bad for survival, that's bad for reproduction. And then all other arguments stem from there.
So if
all right, hold on. You guys are going so far afield that I have to drag it back. But all right, Cleaner. So and Jamie hasn't commented. I'm really surprised. But
let me say this. Good morning, D. Good morning, chat. How are you guys doing?
How are you guys?
I don't want to fight.
Yeah, you don't want to fight. And I'm not trying to fight. I'm trying to. I have a position on this. That I think is very consistent, but it flies in the face of conventional reason. But anyway, so Cleaner, with the question I asked was about passing a law to make it against the law for people to have access to various drugs, right? That are harmful or that society is deemed are harmful to them, thereby basically eliminating not free will. They would still have free will to be able to do those drugs, but imposing a consequence on that society is deemed appropriate, right? Or lawmakers, at least, right? We can agree that society is not always represented by law, and I will stipulate that. But is it not immoral to do so? Because you are thereby limiting someone's freedom, with no actual guarantee that it is going to be beneficial for society.
It depends on what your illusionary moral construct is. It 100% depends on what your illusionary moral construct is. All of our moral constructs that we have are illusionary past the point of our survival and reproduction. They're all, because they're not 100% just that. They're meldings of other things that us intellectual beings.
Well, that's why I specifically am dealing with drugs here, right? Because we hear all the time that we need to ban these drugs or ban this, or we need to make this illegal. And I would say that all of the laws that we've passed to prevent drug use has actually backfired. We've seen more drug use than ever before. Our society's not better for it.
Hold on.
There's a reason why we made fucking drug laws, and it has very little to do with protecting. Hold on, Jim. Jim, we're
not talking about fucking anymore. We're talking about, that's why specifically I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about people hurting themselves through drug use. That's why I moved it off of sex. So we didn't have this toilet bowl action going on where we just go down the drain. I really want to have an intellectual discussion on morality. Please.
I think that the reason why we have drug laws has little to do with the individual, saving of a person.
I agree.
It has to do with the large collective, because there's very few functional addicts and alcoholics, okay? There's very few people that will work a job and contribute and do their part in a cohesive society that we've designed. I think that the reason why we have drug laws is because of the backlash that will happen as a byproduct of drug use and immoral, actions, as you guys call it. So you won't be able to afford the drugs, and you'll have to do things to be able to afford the drugs. And that's the data that we have. If we would have designed this country a little bit differently from the very start and not had drug laws and kind of learned how to work through that whatever morality factor that's tied to it, then I think that we would have been better off, because it wouldn't have created a limitation. Because if you tell an addict that he can't do something, you tell someone that's naturally... whatever the word is for that, abrasive to following direction. Yeah. Basically, you tell a child they can't, then they want to, and they'll do it just because you said that they won't. And that's just a byproduct. But I think if we would have worked through it without the law aspect of it, we'd have been better off, because a lot of other countries don't have the same shit that we have as far as laws are set up.
If I may, before you get too much further, because I want to address this specific point. In this country, there were no drug laws until the 60s. Prior to that, we didn't see the large amount of drug use, the recreational drug use that we saw boom in the late 50s and 60s. Huh?
Come on. I said, fucking boomers and their drugs.
Come on,
but okay.
Come on,
in this,
we did, but it was more so alcoholism.
But you can literally buy opium on the shelf in every pharmacy.
Right.
You guys are so off in the weeds.
And you didn't have the abuse, right? Sherlock Holmes was a user of cocaine and opium in Doyle's book. So when we look at this throughout history, it wasn't until modernity when we decided to impose a morality, which has been wrongly attributed to religion, and was actually more the drug companies and which was pushing religion to their side. I find that all drug laws are immoral. That's just my point. That's just my point. I think that they're all immoral. I don't think they serve anything but a very specific group of people, and they do not serve society as a whole. Now that's my position, and I haven't heard anything to really contradict that, except, well, in modernity, because we have imposed these drug laws, yes, there's a lot of criminals, there's a lot of people that abuse it, there's a lot of sexy movies about it that gets kids wanting to do it and that sort of thing. So yes, I will stipulate all of that. But prior to it being made illegal and being made an issue, it wasn't a thing, right? You didn't have, you had opium dens in New York City, which is crazy to think about.
You do understand that, like, right now, each of you that has brought up specific cases and whatnot in your lives, or that you think one thing or another, you're all literally arguing feminist standpoint theory against me right now, right? Like you're arguing for feminist standpoint theory right now.
No, I just don't like
revisionist
history.
You just said.
I just don't like revisionist history.
You're arguing from your point of view as if that's supposed to be the rest of the world or the rest of the world's morals.
No,
I'm telling you is each individual person will have their own morals built upon their life.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean that they go along with the objective morals for life, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that.
That's why I asked you the question a while back about morality lining up with logic and different life experience guiding your logic a certain way when all of us are not, as you call it, the intellectual basis. Like we don't have an individual grounding that is, objective.
We have an individual grounding, but the problem is the human mind is a projector. Like we project what we believe onto the world around us so we can understand it.
Where does it emanate from?
That's what we do.
Where does your
intelligence allows us to do that, but as far as like life experience,
religion,
it develops our own understanding of it.
You don't need
that life experience creates the set of morals that the individual has, right? But that's not necessarily that's not necessarily the objective morals. That's not necessarily what's actually good for someone.
Right, I agree, Cleaner. I agree to that.
You understand why I'm saying when you get into the intellectual, you can defeat your own objective morals.
The problem is
still there.
The problem is we're not all at the same intelligence standpoint. So, like, as far as intellectualism,
when they're talking, we can't hear you.
It's hard.
We can only hear one person at a time.
Jim, do me a favor. Go into your settings. Go into your settings at the bottom where the little cog is, and then hit audio, and then hit speaker, and adjust, or hit mic and adjust your mic to whatever your mic is instead of your. Because when you speak through it like that, you won't hear any of us talking.
I profusely apologize.
No, it's all good. But Cleaner, I agree with what you're saying. But the problem is, like,
my God,
what the fuck is that? You're talking to a fucking boomer. What do you fucking expect?
No, it's okay. Jim, just click your little cog wheel on the bottom. Okay. And then hit audio.
I'll get out and I'll try to adjust.
You're fine.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
I love arguing morality because morality, it's always very interesting to see different people's perspectives.
All right, Jim, when you get it fixed, just type in the back chat. Let me know. I'll bring you back up. All right, go ahead, guys.
Hey, what's up, Lee?
I agree with what you're saying. The problem is like phases of development. So
I agree.
The reason why we won't ever really, like, as a collective, agree wholeheartedly is because we don't have the same understanding. We don't have the same knowledge or underlying life experience. And it always has inconsistencies because that's where misunderstanding happens, is because we haven't all grown the same life experience. And we're also not all at the same intellectual or intelligence level. You know, so we're always going to have different viewpoints on it. And I think that's always the biggest problem, is because, like, the new age is more apt to be a little bit more like willy-nilly about it. And like when you get older, you start to understand the importance of certain decisions and how they, build into something that's unstoppable if it's left unchecked.
But you do understand, though, that based off of the fact that we have the objective morality, even though societies can come into existence with different groups that have different extensions of those morals, how they've interpreted their lives and their worlds to make the morals that they've got, while all that might happen, and a lot of those, I would say like most of those could even be completely wrong and actually just be like sewer slide cult gangs, right? And they could just all die off. But you understand that because of the objective morals of life itself that humanity has, outside absent an extinction level event outside our control, we will never delete ourselves completely. We can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
it is an
agree.
objective moral. You understand why I'm saying now?
Yeah, when it comes to that, like when it comes to that hostile of an equation, yes, you're 100% correct. But
Well, even in a less
we're not
hostile,
at,
even a little
we
less
tend
hostile.
to get a consensus. Yeah, we tend to get a consensus most of the time because greater good and all that shit. Like,
We're coming
I
around.
hear something. Yeah, we are. Like, and it's not even just in America. It's in even third world countries that
Right.
they're starting to come around to that ideology because evolution or whatever the
Actually,
fuck you want to call it.
I actually do disagree with you on one thing, though, Jamie. I do
What's
think that humanity as a whole is one alien first contact away from uniting and being a unified government. I'm not kidding. I'm not
No
kidding.
lie.
You
No
throw
lies
something
detected.
scary at us.
Oh,
all
yeah, no,
humanity will-
We are banding together. That is 100%.
Did you guys
accurate,
just
'cause
see
if it
what
threatens us all,
our
we're
buddy
together.
no loser number 2?
I ignore not laws.
Yeah, did you see what he said? That is the dumbest thing. Like, my God, man, 1988 is calling. Return there, please.
Yeah, the unification of the human
Welcome,
species
Jim.
would be literally that, though, Cleaner. Because as soon as that happens, we are all passing out ammo and guns to one another and saying, "Knock on my door if you need anything."
Yep. That's a fact. Even people that we hated, we understand the organism itself, humanity, is the one unified thing that we've all got in common, and we will all fight for that.
That's the singleness of purpose, the survival.
But
And
but
it
that's
rises
the thing.
above everything.
That's the thing, though. You understand? And like, I get where people are coming from when they go downstream of the basic morals, the objective morals that we have that are written in us by God. But like, I mean, you can't fight them. We will continue to exist outside an extinction level event that we can't control. If we can control it, we'll continue existing. It's just how we're programmed. It's our objective morals to continue doing it. We don't have a choice.
That's why.
Some of
That's
us will
why
do
when
it.
the little things like fucking certain countries having nukes and certain people getting a hold of shit like that. That's what is so important, because if something like that starts, it's hard to stop it. Because one person does it, and then the next person looks at how the situation was handled, and then all of a sudden we got a fucking catastrophe. And this is why checks and balances of certain shit like that, where it has that magnitude of violence or death or whatever, that's why it's a major fucking problem. That's why it's a big deal to everybody.
Sure, and I agree also that like downstream, as we're in the culture that we're in right now, and the world being the way that it is, I think that right now the religion that gives us the best moral prescription for how we should live our life, I don't give a fuck about its history or any of that. Right? Because that's not the should. That doesn't dictate what I'm going to do tomorrow or today or whatever. What does
just show me
dictate
the
is moral
byproducts of it. Yep.
Right, exactly. Christianity gives us the moral prescription in which all human life can
100%
live,
agree.
but all human life does not have to agree with Christianity itself.
Ooh, that's a big statement.
That was a fucking mic drop.
How's your mic,
That was
Jim?
good.
Let's hear you. Let's hear you talk.
Can you hear me now? Hope you can.
It's very low.
Oh,
Let me see if I can fix you. Let me see if I can fix you, Jim.
Well, I'm down under the
Not low. Your
the
buddy
arse end of
Nolo's.
the world.
Hey, Jim, listen to me real quick.
Whatever it is, your buddy out there is talking about methane underneath the Arctic ice.
Yeah, who cares what conspiracy theorist says?
I mean,
Jim, listen to me real quick, step by step. Click the little cog on the bottom of your screen, the little cog where it's on StreamYard. Click that little cog. Once you click it, click audio. Click the second option of audio.
Just a minute, Justin.
He hit the wrong button. Been a great discussion
I
this
like-
morning, guys.
I like how I gave Dennison a wrench and he cleaned house of anybody who was just being a shitter.
Is that what happened?
Good. And he's good.
Is that what happened? I was wondering.
Yeah, he's like somebody has to take out the goddamn trash.
Denny, the force is with you. Just think of Anakin.
The only one I don't understand is Cypher, but then again, Cypher, I don't know how to feel.
I like
about him.
Cypher. He's okay. He's
I mean, I
weird.
don't-
He's
don't
inconsistent in his viewpoints, but that's okay.
Well, I don't dislike him, but he's part of the Pleasure Squad. Who?
What's the Pleasure
What
Squad?
the fuck is that?
Oh, that's Paige. That's Paige and the female Crucible crew.
Okay.
Pleasure Squad. Not
I
aware
think
of
they
that.
call them fucktards, but I don't know.
No, I
Pleasure
call them
Squad
the
makes me
Pleasure
think of
Squad.
like the Bunny Ranch or something.
I've hung out here long enough. I'm going to go back inside. I may jump on in my garage. I've got to load some ammo for the upcoming matches and clean guns, and I got stuff to do.
Have a good day, Grid.
Fair enough. I do have something.
You asked me to. I said that we would talk, and we would talk morality this morning, and I've spread enough hate and discontent for one morning. So
You're
feeling
fine.
pretty good.
You were fine, Grid. I will hit you up in private about some stuff here soon. Later on
absolutely.
when I get through streaming.
Yeah, and by the way, I am a pilot, so I do announce my departure.
Base. See you, Grid.
Awesome. I love it. That was good. Hey, this is a good one, you know?
Fair enough.
What do you think about what I'm saying though, OG? You understand what it is that I'm saying?
I understand completely what you're saying, but I disagree, right? I understand what you're saying and why you say it, but that doesn't make morality objective. Just because people are able to think abstractly and conceptualize things, an objective morality would be a natural law. It would be something that applies to animals, plants, nature, order for it to be objective. It doesn't.
Well, yeah,
I know.
Objective morals themselves being survival and reproduction. Our intellect interprets that in ways and tries to maximize that or minimize that or whatever, right? Because we're intellect, we can be stupid too. But
that's not necessarily ethics or morals. That's not ethics. That's not necessary. That's not ethics or morals. That's instinctual. That is natural law.
Right.
These are not interpretations.
It becomes what we call. See, the reason that it is morals is because it is the foundation for what builds the intellectual concept of morals. It's how we get that. The moral center was created to extend survival and reproduction, to make sure that happens within us at a higher degree, that we have a driver for that. So all of our intellectual, quote unquote, moral constructs that we each have, that's us trying to achieve that in some way. Now, granted, we can be stupid intellectually and go against that, right? Like people off themselves. It happens. And other things. But that's where our moral construct comes from, is from those two main drivers. And so it is moral. It is because it is the thing that created it.
No, that is immoral. It's I would say it's animalistic instincts. Reproduction and sex is instinctively, naturally, or natural action. And morality supersedes that. Now, the question I'm asking is, there are different moralities. For example, in Christianity, you have certain, I'm not going to go into that. For example, all the other religions, Judaism, Islam, what's the difference with Islam? Or is if you do something wrong, your family can be subject to punishment if your mum and dad did something.
Sure. You're talking about.
But in Christianity, let me finish. But in Christianity, this is the unique thing about Christianity, is if you do something wrong, because of the free will, you cannot separate morality from free will. And you've got to read City of God of St. Augustine to understand that concept, and the church fathers. I'm not going to go into that because this is going to be too intellectual. I used to lecture on that many, many years ago before I retired. But anyway, I'm now bragging. Now I've got to go to a confession commit my sin of pride. You made me sin, you boys and girls.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you did, because
No, no,
I
we didn't.
stepped the Rubicon.
No, we didn't.
Well,
Nobody made you do that.
Well, I did. That's what I'm saying. I've got to go.
You made you do that.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I'm not blaming you.
That doesn't have like that. That literally doesn't say whether something's moral or immoral, whether you made yourself do it or not.
Well, according to my corny Catholic tradition, yes, it's nothing to do with you.
Right, but you're talking about a difference between drive and action. You're saying that action is immoral. Well, that's not the thing that I'm pointing at, though. I'm not talking about all of the actions themselves that we do. I'm talking about the drive that we have. Morals are drivers.
Well, drive is animalistic.
That instruct you in
drives
how you do
are
things.
automatic and animalistic. The animal, that's a wrong word. Animalistic. It's not such a word as animalistic. What I'm trying to say.
If I kicked you, I'm sorry. I was doing something and I was typing
You
things
did
on my
not.
keyboard.
You did not. I was having audio trouble. I dropped and came back.
Cool.
Okay.
I only want to come up for a
I
minute.
talk too much on everyone. What about
May I,
study?
Jim?
I think Queen and Toot should say something.
Okay,
I reckon.
I just came up for a second because I wanted to address the fact that all the people you've been arguing and debating with lately claim to be Christians and they claim to follow Christian morals. Well, the majority of the U.S. they claim is also Christian. So if the majority of the U.S. is Christian and Christian morals exist, why are there so many people in prison?
Because we're intellectual beings. We can literally slide ourselves. So yes, we can fight morality. We can do things against the construct. Like it's because of free will, because we make the choice to do bad things.
Yes. Exactly.
No. My question is, if Christians follow Christian morals,
sure,
and the majority of people are Christian, then why do we need so much force to make morals part of our country?
Because we have free will, and for the simple fact that we have a different life and we get to choose what life we live. So everyone that makes
America,
the argument,
like Australia,
was founded on. Hold the fuck on.
Jim, you got to stop interrupting. You got to stop interrupting, Jim.
Sorry.
Okay, go ahead, Jim.
The main problem with people, motherfucker.
Jim, don't say sorry and continue to interrupt, brother. Go ahead, Jamie. Go ahead, Jamie.
I'll mute myself.
People,
wait.
Please, oh my God, for the love of Christ! All right,
like
people that argue
Orthodox
against Christianity.
OG, Jamie, and I are arguing at like a tier 4 area where we're talking about the conceptuals. Jim is somewhere in like a tier 2 area arguing about the actions themselves, the singular person. Still, we already pushed past that. Which she just brought up.
Let Jamie finish. Let Jamie finish. He's got the floor. Go ahead, Jamie. You got the floor, brother.
Oh.
All right. So the people that disenfranchise Christianity by the comparison of why do we have so many people in prison? Why do we have so many people that went against the grain? It's a part of the human condition. Christianity and moral relativism, or whatever you want to call it, it doesn't take away from the fact that people are going to be people. It's part of the human condition. Not everyone grows at the same rate. Not everyone grows, period. Some people break bad naturally, and I don't know what the fuck or how the fuck to explain that, but it's just a case of existence that bad shit is going to happen. It is part of it. And if we look at it properly, we understand that helps us relate ourselves further into the faith and realize that bad shit happens. And it, for lack of a better turn of phrase, all things work through the good of Christ. Even bad.
So, but my question isn't that. My question is, if these morals are so objective, and I'm not going against Christianity here. What I'm talking about is the morals of our society. If Christian morals specifically are so immutable and so objective as they're arguing with OG all the time, he says they're subjective, they say they're objective. If they are so objective, how come so many Christians don't stay following their own morals? Like in our prisons,
because we're human.
In our prisons,
I didn't. Well, the thing is,
the
free will.
The thing is, and this is why I say we move past this point of the conversation. This is because the intellect is there. The intellect can choose to do X thing or Y thing or Z thing or whatever number of million things. All right.
Free
Whether
will.
it chooses to follow its morals doesn't
Free
have anything to
will.
do with whether or not the moral is still moral.
I didn't say it's not moral. I said objective. It's not an
Yeah.
objective moral
It
anymore.
is an objective moral.
If not even the people who agree it's moral can follow it, is it?
It is an objective moral just
Here,
because.
let me ask you a quick question.
because-
Do you make a
just
bad
because-
decision when you know that it's a bad decision? Do we sometimes make bad decisions? Yes or no?
As an alcoholic, I can't say no to that.
Okay,
so if we make bad decisions, even though that it's bad, it's because of a number of different things, and I don't think that it ever can be tracked to the point where we can stop it. That's why we have free will. That's why we have choice.
Well, I wasn't asking to stop it. My question is about the objectivity.
Right. I
of the
understand, and
moral, 'cause
this
this
should
is a
answer
discussion that
this
OG's
should
been
answer it for
having
you.
back and forth.
This should answer it for you, Wishy. Look at it like this. What I'm saying is objective morals, like moral objections, like moral. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I smoked a little a minute ago. Objective morals are like the sky being blue, not us understanding that blue is a color or any of that, right? So if most of humanity looks up at the sky and says, "Oh, it's daytime. The sky is blue," then they're agreeing with their objective moral. But the other part of humanity that's saying, well, it's not blue, they're disagreeing. All you're doing is identifying that humans have free will and don't necessarily have to do what's always moral, which is why we have these moral and philosophical debates. That was a tier 1 question. Next.
So to summarize it, your objective morals is your opinion specifically.
So say it again.
Yeah, objective morals is whatever your opinion
Wouldn't
is.
that make morals
No.
subjective and not
No, your projection of what you think is best for you as far as your morals may not always line up with exactly what is actually objectively moral.
Yeah, not my projection, your projection, because you think the sky's blue, and if enough people agree with you, you're right.
Yeah, mine, yours, Tom, Dick, Harry, whoever the fucks, we're all the same. All right, we all have the freedom of will. We all have the freedom to make choices that are bad or good. We all have the freedom to make choices that are against our objective morals, and we all have the freedom to make choices that are following our objective morals.
Your mechanism of truth was a bandwagon fallacy.
Okay, now when Jamie
No.
said if you do something
You're not
even
able
though
to
you know it's
comprehend
bad,
the conversation. That's
what
all.
if I
I
say
comprehend
it's
it.
good and
It
you
says
say
your
it's
argument
bad,
sucks.
and I do it because I believe it's good, and you won't do it because you believe it's bad? Aren't those making the morals subjective, even though it's the same thing? Like, say
Here, I
think
got
it's
it.
okay.
Witchy, I can
think it's
answer
okay
that.
to speed, and you think it's not okay. to speed,
Dennison,
but I speed anyway.
Dennison, I have a Star Citizen question. Can you DM me on how to make the ship jump to a location? I forgot the button.
Which you want to know one of the biggest determining factors why people go against the grain, so to speak, with like what they know is morally objective to them, even though they might not agree with it wholeheartedly because their life experiences has been limited. So look at it like from a program point of view, from like an AA point of view. So the contingency is the spiritual maintenance.
Jamie. One second, Jamie. Guys, we are past our 2-hour mark. I'm going to give us 3 hours because I'm enjoying the conversation. I'm enjoying hanging out. But we do have a dono goal of $75. We have an hour to get to it. If we do not reach that goal, I'm going to end the stream. If we reach that goal, I will go for another 2 hours. If we make 50, I'll go for another hour. But the goal is $75. You can give to the Cash App if you're in America. You can give to the Stream Elements or Ko-Fi if you are out of the U.S. Ko-Fi and Stream Elements give the option to use credit cards or bank cards, debit cards, whatever. Remember, we do have a goal for 2 hours, $75 for an hour. I'm giving you 3 hours for free today, so we have an hour to get that dono goal in. But I don't care if the Pope or Jesus himself is speaking on my panel. If we do not get to that $75 goal or $50 goal, I will be ending the stream. I don't care who is speaking. I don't care what the topic is. You guys got an hour. So
Okay, so Witchy, look at it like this. So one of the main things that I can kind of speculate to you specifically is because you'll understand it, is the contingency that they talk about in the program. So what we have is a daily reprieve contingent on the spiritual maintenance of our existence, right? So a lot of people that are going against the grain, what is objective, what is morally objective, they're not tapping into daily feeding their spirit or whatever you want to call it. They're not tapping into moral things and talking about it with people and trying to better themselves. They're literally just trying to do the bare minimum, and they're getting the bare minimum effect by doing that. And most of them don't get a bare minimum effect because they can't see it and they don't feel it within their life. So they eventually just distance themselves altogether because they weren't doing enough work in the first place to have something take effect in their life. So they're not conditioning themselves to actually becoming moral, intellectual, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. They're not daily
Exactly.
reprieving
Though.
it.
If we can rationalize our morals, that makes them subjective, not objective.
No, you're missing it. We as intellectual beings cannot change a thing that is objective, right? We're like, it's just a thing. It's just a fact. The morals of us, like how we're created to push us towards survival and reproduction, are there in every form of life everywhere.
You think animals have morals?
Yes. I think that animals have morals. Well, hold on. I'll give the qualifier for why. I think animals do have morals, but I think that they are not typically capable of engaging in the higher intellectual showings or interpretations or any of that of these morals because they are almost always stuck in a survival matrix where they have to hunt or do other things for survival. So they can't break out of that and get into higher intellect. When you take a cat or a dog out of the wild, you take a wolf out of the wild, you bring any of those animals into a captive environment where you feed them, you take care of all their survival, you see personality. Cats have personality. We all know it, right?
I've got a cat here.
That's intellect, and they can definitely do things that are immoral. They will stare you in the face and knock that cup right off the table, knowing it's irritating you and it's wrong. They will do it.
Well, first of all, you are equating animals with having a soul. This is what we call a soul.
No, I didn't. I never said that.
No.
There's a difference. There's a massive difference between intellect and soul. Huge.
Yes, let me finish and land my plane.
Sure, as long as you don't misrepresent me, because I didn't say that.
I'm not putting words into your mouth. What I'm trying to say is I understand what you just said. Animals have instincts. That's the difference, basic difference, lowest common denominator between humans and animals. Trees, pantheism, whatever you want to, life. What I'm getting at, what I'm getting at, that what the distinction is between us and animals and other living things, including trees, grass, dogs, cats, etc., is we call the soul. And this is the consciousness. This is the logos. Now I'm getting into theology, which delineates us between humans and animals. Now, having said that, all humans are in the image of God, created equal. I will concur and agree with that. However, there are sub cultures within the human genome in terms of intellect, in terms of race, in terms of culture, in terms of heritage, into politics, etc. For example, as I mentioned, Australian Aborigines. When I say, if you put me in Central Australia, I would probably die within 2 or 3 days. But do you realise in a desolate desert, which is Simpson Desert. Google it if you've never heard of it.
So, from your
big-
Christian
Now,
perspective,
let me
trying to
finish.
understand the
Let
point,
me
that's all.
finish. The point I'm trying to make.
topic.
The point I'm trying to make. You cannot equate animals' instincts with human soul.
Okay, so from
I
your
never
Christian-
did.
Yeah, from your
Yes,
Christian
you did. You said. You
No,
said,
I didn't.
All right. Elaborate. I'll withdraw.
I'll elaborate. Instinct is not the soul. There, period. It's been elaborated.
All right. Well, how do you explain? You said, as I understand what you just said, that animals, there's no distinction. They like you. You can tell the animals hate you. They make, these are all human actions or feelings. And you have interjected or put that within a cat or a dog or an animal. And I object to that. How dare you
Okay,
say,
you're welcome. You are very welcome to put up an illusion in front of your mind and hide yourself from the wizard behind the fucking curtain if you want. I don't care. That's your problem.
so what are you saying? What's the distinction between animal world and human world?
Hold on, let me deal with a narcissistic homosexual in the chat. Orthodox guy, why would I ask you a question when I can explain why you're wrong? Haha, Coke more. If you rebuttal, since you're a fucking idiot, let me explain it to you. I went over our conversation on confluences last night, and every single one of you fucking dumbasses who tried to gaslight me and tell me I was wrong about the meaning of objective and subjective morality got it fucking wrong. Just because you got a cute little face and you go doesn't mean that you're right. It just means you're a narcissistic scumbag who doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. Tee-hee. Fucking faggot. Now hit the link. Hit the link if you think you can tell me how I'm wrong. And we know you can't. Sick of you people. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
I hope when you guys are done, we can all go get a beer.
I just want to throw out.
Oh, I'm not gay, but I'd fuck you in the mouth to prove a point.
Okay, so you did say that animals have personality, and a lot of people equate that with soul. So I get.
Well, that's their problem. I literally did not say they have a soul.
No, you didn't.
You did say
you didn't mention the word soul.
And most people do think that our personality is our where our soul resides.
Well, that would be something that he would have to bring up when he's talking about it, so I understand his point of view. Because as it stood, the way he explained it, I didn't understand his point of view as being anything but him wanting to live behind the illusionary curtain.
Hi, what he said is that animals emulate morality at times, and that is provable.
Yeah, they do. But they also do emulate the two main drivers for life, which is the foundation of all morals. That is our objective moral structure. It's literally why everything in the human body was built, was for our survival and I don't even understand how anybody can just not understand this.
It's simple. Because
I mean, it's fucking basic.
Yes, let me finish. So if you claim everything in the human body is built for survival, then there will be no powerful human action that will go against morality from your framework if it was consistent.
There would be no what? There
would be no possible human action that would go against morality as you defined it.
No.
If you're consistent.
No, because we are free will agents.
It's called pain.
We're free will agents. We can make choices that go again. There's guys that have gone into combat taking bullets, grabbed 16 people out, and come back, and they were dead before they ever got to the second person. They were actually dead, but they kept moving.
Quit running your hold on a second, please. Quit running your cocksucker in the chat and hit the link, pussy. The link is pinned.
I'll send them a link, but you deflate your own framework, so it doesn't mean anything at all. Because on one hand you say, well, everything in the human body is baked in there is for morality. Then you say, well, there's stuff that isn't for morality, which contradicts what you first claimed.
If I sound like I'm getting frustrated, it's because I am getting frustrated because everybody keeps trying to bring it back to like the tier 1 and tier 2. And Jamie and Orthodox and I made it past that. We were at the tier 4. It was getting really interesting. and I'm irritated we're going backwards. And I
Well,
apologize. I'm not trying to
I'm
beat you up for an hour.
I'm irritated. You want me to steal you irritated? I'll show you irritated. You're building a framework on freaking dust. It's not even sand. It's been dust. You have a motivism, then you're trying to encase it in the opinion, then cover it from freaking Walt Code of K and say, well, that's morality now.
Zababa, how is that an insult?
I wasn't trying to be insulting.
No. I said Zabalba in the chat. I'm trying to say, how is that insulting? It's a fact. It's not an insult. So calm down, oh drunk one.
And just to be clear, I just realized something that may have been taken insulting. Saying that we've moved to a different part of the conversation, like a different tier of the conversation, isn't saying that one tier is like smarter or stupider or better or worse. We just have different tiers of conversation. And Jamie and OG and I were at 4 where we were like getting into the more intrinsic things of it. And it was getting really interesting.
How about that? I'll leave. You keep waxing your carrot on your flawed system. How about that?
I mean, I could dive into it more with you another time. I don't mind. I get why people don't like what I'm saying.
No. Well,
I understand.
I probably don't understand. You're talking in terms of T1, T2, 3, 3. I apologize. I wasn't. I don't know what you're talking about. If you can elaborate, it'd be appreciated.
I didn't hear anything
well,
you
like,
were saying because I was on the phone with Beth. Sorry. Maybe it's for the best.
Sorry, I had to spurg out privately for a couple of minutes.
Yes. Yep.
Hope everything's all right for y'all. So,
if you got an old body, you understand with doctors.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't know. I have a warfighter's body. I understand all about doctors.
Yes.
Neurologists are evil fucking sadists. The one I just saw needs to retire badly.
Shit.
Doctors are not going along with objective morals, and we should beat their asses when they don't.
Oh, shut the
Morals are not objective.
Fucking heal me, doctor, heal me. That's what I don't get this. They say their Hippocratic oath is to do no harm. Then like if you don't have the money, they won't heal you.
No.
Is that doing harm?
No.
Yeah. Exactly.
I got 4 kids. I got 3 boys and a girl. And an eldest son is a doctor in London. He's a GP. So you're insulting my son, and he's a good boy. All right. So yeah, there's a lot of anyway. I'll shut up.
Zabalba,
You're fine. You don't need to shut up, sweetheart.
Hold on a second. Zabalba, you calling him gay and trying to make it as an insult whenever the man says it on a daily basis that he is gay? Your argument means nothing.
Zabalba, I had to stop cleaning my carpets to disrespect you, so I want you to know that I have limited time, but I'll explain it as fast as I can. When you look like more of a faggot than the dude who legitimately takes it in the ass and sucks a dick, then you are the faggot.
and when you are that, when you are that homophobic, sweetheart, that means you're suppressing something. And I just want you to know that this is a safe place and we will accept you for who you are. So I just want
to point out.
The lisp don't lie.
I just want to point out too, by the way, no Mo rebuttal. None of these people who want to run their fucking mouth in the chat and talk about how intelligent they are. Guess what? They're not fucking here. Still crazy how that works.
Crazy.
Isn't it though?
OG, I'm neutral in this. I like Mo and I like you. I hope both of you work things out. I hope both of you are able to be friends at the end of whatever's going on between you two guys. I really do. I hate that y'all are fighting, but I'm going to stay out of it, brother. All right?
Brother, man, I'm not fighting these people. These people are just fucking idiots who think they're smarter than what they are.
Cleaner, I'm always
that is my issue with them, and like that's the only issue I have with them. they just want to run their cocksuckers because they know that I'm smarter than them, and they don't like it.
And Cleaner, I'm always happy to see you on panels. I really value your opinion on stuff. You can deliver it intelligently and respectfully, and that should be admired. And more people should look up to that and try to emulate it.
Oh, gee, please explain. I'm an ignoramus. What's happening? What the hell's going on? I'm sorry, not the regular.
There is a select group of Christians on here that think they're right about everything, and whenever you question them or poke at their beliefs or morality, they fall very short and get very angry about it. Yeah.
All right, I get it.
It's immutable righteous indignation.
OG, do I know any? Do I know any of them or what? You know,
I don't think so. They're usually from the Ortho Bro and Debate Bro.
Oh, one of those.
Thing. You have a select group of Protestants that seem to cuck for the Debate and Ortho Bro.
I mean, I don't. He says those.
Well, I don't have any issues with really any of these people. Like personally, I just am not going to let them continue to get away and act in a retarded manner. My mods ban them when they get on my nerves too much. But other than that, like,
all right.
Other than that,
you know what they say, if you talk about sex, religion, or politics, you will always get an enemy. Now, I love sex, and I love politics, and I love religion. So
this is the Debate Bro bullshit. Which retarded comment do you want me to address? You've made so many fucking shitbergs in my chat. I don't know. Address my comment. First off, bitch, this ain't your show. If you want your comment addressed, come up here and say it like a man. If you want to keep being woo-banging in chat like a bitch, so be it. But next time we're on panel together, don't fucking snicker like a fucking homo and talk your shit when you literally get the fucking objective definition of something wrong and then claim the other person is doing it. Just because you people are fucking... Just because you're confident when you say it doesn't make it true.
I agree.
I'm going to start slapping these motherfuckers down every chance I get with the most righteous indignation and authority I have.
You are such a gentleman, Orthodox, because if I was being attacked by the enemy and they were trying to choose the arena, I'd hit them with a different arena. Like, I don't understand why people keep letting other people define, hey, we have to have a debate. Well, what if debate isn't my weapon of choice? What if my weapon of choice is kicking you in the balls and then running off laughing? Like, what if that's my weapon?
It's because I know how to manage people, and when I run into people that don't know how to engage or communicate properly, that try to then tell me the definitions and like the meaning of the world around them, like, brother, you can't even communicate properly. You may seem like you have everything put together. You may make money. You may be successful in some areas. But when you can't communicate properly and you wish to engage in the intellectual field, those two things do not compute. In order to engage intellectually, you have to be able to communicate properly and engage in people management. So that's why I'm quite good at that, because I used to be an intellectual. I just don't have the money to sit on my ass all day and read books. I have to entertain you people. Speaking of, we are about 20 minutes into our hour goal. $75 or at the 3-hour mark. Boom. Well, 3 hour and 13 minute mark, because I made that announcement at 2 hours and 3 hour and 23 minute mark, because I made that announcement on the 2 hour and 23 minute mark. So remember, guys, you can donate either way if you like, if you're entertained, if you enjoy it, because I do like my show to be the bar where everybody goes and hangs out, and chills. We can have a little bar fight every now and again. We can engage in some high school drama and bullshit every now and again. But I like people being able to come here and communicate and talk, express ideas, and I enjoy that. But you know what? I also have to make a living, so tip your bartender, I guess.
100%. I get that.
W MGTOW, let's go.
You're not a fucking bartender. You're a crack dealer.
Same difference.
OG backchat.
Potato. I mean, but yeah, and thank you for that compliment, Cleaner, because I don't understand. There is one thing. Sure. I don't care. Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk about that in the. Just DM me, and we'll set that up.
Yeah. No rush. No problem.
But no, I appreciate that compliment and it means a lot because, like, in my mind, Cleaner, because I met you over there, you are associated with that tribe, right? Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean that you're 100% in lockstep with them, right? People can be associates and have different ideas and beliefs. But sure. And that means a lot because it builds bridges. That's why I like to fuck with Emmett, but then Emmett gets upset about certain takes that I have, and I'm like, that's on you, brother man.
But you and Emmett are still able to talk, right?
Yes. Me and him finally talked it out last night after confluences. And I mean, I'm willing to talk to any of these fucking idiots. Right? I'm willing to talk to any of them. Like their whole here is their whole debate strategy. Talk shit to you. Try to get in your mind and get you in like make you misspeak, make you misidentify or misidentify or define a word or concept, and then they're going to try to jump on you like you're wrong. And that's their whole like Mo confluence. Even Emmett does it. Abe is like the only one that I haven't seen do. Like Abe and Grid are the only ones that I haven't.
So
seen
they're liberals.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I even told them on Confluence's channel yesterday. It's almost like horseshoe. I'm starting to believe in horseshoe theory because I feel like I'm talking to liberals.
Well, I think you're seeing the effect of the ravenous pit. That's all. The hungry ravenous pit. You have a ravenous pit, and you've been feeding it liberals for a while, and it ran out of liberals to eat, and it's like, fuck, what do I eat now?
Well, that's what me and Grid. That's what me, Grid, Beth, Dusty, like everybody's been like calling out on this side. And it's going to get worse, and they're going to engage more instead of listening to the critique. They engage in more fucking tribalism. To the point you've got Protestants cucking for the fucking dogma of online ortho bros.
Absolutely.
Our evolution got stumped somehow because at some point, once we had tribes within tribes within tribes, we should have already split some of those tribes off onto other planets, and we're all still here on this one. And it doesn't work quite right. We'll get it. We'll figure it out. We'll get it. We're getting closer, but
yeah, I mean, and it annoys me
Sorry,
because
I
am
interrupt. But what he was saying, easy times create weak men. We're going through a growthing spurt, and it just doesn't seem to be balancing out. Sorry about the noise.
You're right, Jamie.
Yeah, I think Jamie sees the same thing that I do in certain areas of the world. I've watched some of his stuff and how he talks about some things, and that's why I thought this would be a good opportunity because I thought Orthodox Guy and Jamie would create a good conversation about this and take it to the level that I was really wanting to get into with OG because I thought he would find it more interesting.
Well, I'm more than likely going to hand this raid off to somebody when we're done, especially if we don't meet the $50 or $75 dono goal.
I should be able to take it.
I know that people like to wait till the last minute, so I mean, I'm just gonna let people know it exists. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go call my mommy because she just tried to call me. The thing is, this type of shit annoys me because instead of engaging and growing our knowledge and understanding and sharpening our beliefs, we tribe up and we shut down any dissident or any dissonant opinion that could make us stronger. And I'm literally acting as a heel to these people that claim they're logical but are illogical as fuck. Right?
Sure.
And if they can't beat me with just like the fucking basic bitch jokes that I'm making, then they're not worthy to lead or be a part of any political movement, any ideological movement that is trying to do good things.
OG, it's like I said yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you completely. And it's like I was talking about yesterday. I think we have a lot of people right now who see people like Andrew Wilson and Destiny on the other side, who they look up to and they emulate this. And they want to do that, but they're not doing their research to have the correct foundation in order to make the same arguments with the same intelligence that people like Andrew and Destiny often use when they make them. If that makes
They're
sense.
not in it for the right reasons. They're not trying to become better people. They're not trying to help fucking further knowledge. They're trying to capitalize off of the fucking monetary value of it. They're just pieces of shit trying to fucking emulate something that they're not.
Somebody else.
They just want to be internet badasses. It's that simple. That's why you see them all like, yeah, W, I cooked them, I got them. And it's like, actually, you didn't really say anything of any substance. You made a claim and didn't back it up appropriately. At least if I make claims, I'll fucking
you
bring
made a claim and called the
history.
person a bunch of names and said, I win.
Exactly.
That's essentially what happens every time.
Yes.
And that's what happened to me at Confluences. And then when I brought up the definition, I was correct. Constantly.
Imagine that.
So,
well, I do hope that you and Mo settle things, and because he does have some interesting shit to talk about, and he is a pretty interesting guy most of the time, from what I've seen. You know, and I think you are too. I would like to see you two get along later on. I would. But
I agree. I think some of the hostility on the other side needs to come down. This idea of like just it needs to become a more what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say genuine conversation, but that's the thing is it turns into this whole debate. It always turns into this debate bro thing when it's like having a respectful back and forth and an actual, well, let me look at your side. Let me understand your side rather than just trying to destroy it.
School ground saying yo mama. That's what it always turns into. It never fails.
Well, no, Beth is identifying.
Oh, you keep breaking up, darling.
A lot of people that are watching these conversations don't understand the foundations behind what is being discussed. And they just go straight for destroying it. And the people are like, but I don't understand why it's being destroyed. I'm just here for the blood. People need to understand more. So I don't know. I'd like to see it be more genuine on that level.
Well, I don't necessarily think it's always disingenuous. Like when they do it, they may genuinely believe in whatever they're saying, or, you know, that's for them to figure out.
Yeah.
But
I don't think genuine is the right word.
I do think that I see a lot of what you're talking about, the piranha pit, the hungry pit theory, you know, where like they're wanting to dive into it. They're wanting to get their teeth bloody. They're wanting to go to battle. They're, you know, that mentality. Guys are typically like we fight each other over stupid shit, Beth. We'll do this stupid debate shit. We're assholes. It's just the way we're both. Like we fight each other over stupid.
And it's fun. It's because it's
It is.
It's because
it's fun.
it's fun.
Well, it's not just
But again,
because it's fun, but it gives us something to grow for. It gives us something to get better for. It gives
Right.
us something to maximize ourselves on. You know, like that is the whole thing
Right.
about challenge and conflict and trying to compete. It's being the better means that you have an opponent that you just beat and now you're up at the top. Well, everybody else below you now has a challenge to rise. You know, that's the whole thing
Right.
for it, is to continue getting us growing. That's why that's part of how we're driven.
And that's also why I think it's really important that it's like, in these debates, show more of the foundation of why you are making the claims that you're making. Here's the stats. Here's what we know. And here's the proof to say this is why this is happening and why I think it should change. Because a lot of people that are watching don't understand it. And I think if people actually understood, that's how you're going to change minds.
I love how Denizen put it. You are asking the hostile debate bros to be less hostile and debate broish.
Well, and the thing is, like, sometimes they don't really understand that they're approaching you in a hostile way. They don't understand that.
Yeah, no,
So
it's
not
exciting,
saying they're all
right?
necessarily hostile. It's just they may not know their approach. You know,
the
to be fair.
excitement takes over, and I
Man.
get that. That's why I don't demonize them too terribly, because I think that a lot of it is they're excited to get in there and do this, and it can run away with them a little bit sometimes. It happens to me too. So, no shade.
Man, fuck housework.
Hey, I agree, Jamie. That's why I'm trying to make robots, bro. I'm trying to make robots to do it for me.
Make one that fucking cleans the carpets. Like, not a fucking
I've got
sweeper,
one.
but clean it. Like, man.
Okay, I've got one that will go through and it's got a brush on it that will get into the carpet and almost like you're combing your hair, comb the shit out of the carpet. And that one's cool. I like it.
Water.
Yeah,
and fucking,
I haven't
you know
done
what
the
I'm
steam
saying?
yet. Yeah, I haven't done
I
the
need
steam
that.
one yet. It's too heavy. The motors for it, when I was looking for one, the motors to be able to push something to carry enough water independently to just like go through
You
a
gotta
small
have
area,
a line set up.
it's fucking
That's the thing.
expensive. Well, the
Yeah.
motors take so much power, you have to have a bigger battery, and so the whole thing just becomes so fucking heavy. It's over like $2,000 to get it built. Just parts. Just parts. Not even putting a plastic shell on it or any, like, just parts, not even beautification.
Just the skeleton, yeah.
Yeah, bro, yeah. It's over $2,000. Man. Otherwise, I'd have done it. I did look into it, though.
Swear to God, I'm seriously considering
Mechanically
like hiring
burning
a
out
deep cleaning company. Like
over
once every quarter,
cleaning
once
things.
every 3 months.
I get one once every 6 months, roughly, sometimes a little longer.
Problem is, I smoke in here. Like, if it wasn't for me smoking in here, I could do it all myself. But it gets dirty too fast.
I don't smoke in the main house, just back here in my little area. And it's got a self-ventilation system. It sucks all, like, you can walk into the room and you wouldn't even know someone smokes in it. That's how good this little
You got an overhead?
No. I made one out of a 5-gallon bucket and a air blower from a diesel truck, a big diesel truck, and some tubes, a whole bunch of lava rock, and poopery oil from Amazon. Poopery oil. I shit you not. That's for the smell, right? But it takes all of everything out of the fucking air. Like, and with that truck blower, whoo, it's pushing air, man. Yeah, it works pretty good.
God damn. Fuck this shit. Need to go to the fucking boat.
Kidding me? I'm one of those people who stress cleans. If I'm stressed out, I'm either cleaning or cooking.
Well, I've been off for like, I don't know, 3 weeks, so I kind of couldn't put it off anymore. I started looking around this morning. I was like, I'm going to do it. And I started doing the dishes and fucking doing the kitchen. Then I did the garbage and I did the fucking water jugs and Jesus Christ, man. Too much.
Hey, you get a workout in the process. Yay, go ahead.
Fuck that. It's supposed to be relaxing time right now. It's off time. Like, do this shit. And I got to paint this fucking thing. Fucking boyfriend bought like 3 gallons of paint probably 6 months ago and I still haven't fucking painted it.
What color y'all
We
going
bought
with?
a 5-gallon bucket
Actually-
of
Same
paint
color.
5 years ago. Still haven't paid it.
Same color. I just got to fucking. The problem is I got to pull everything out because I'm gonna do the whole room at once, and I'm not gonna take any. The whole fucking floor is getting taped off. Everything's getting taped off, and then I'm gonna start fucking going. I ain't stopping until it's done. And then once it's done, drag everything back in and fucking do the next room, and then do the kitchen. Then I'm done.
I gotta
Probably
look
take
at
me a
something.
day.
If I drop, I'll be right back.
Yes, ma'am.
D7, no, I can't stop smoking. No, that's unacceptable. You can take my drugs, you can take my alcohol. You ain't taking my gambling or smoking. It's just unacceptable. Everybody needs something.
I mean, like, I do stop. I do stop. I regularly stop. I make it a practice to stop after every cigarette for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes until I want another cigarette.
Yeah, that's accurate. That's totally accurate.
Same thing with any other kind of smoking stuff. Like,
It's not bad. It's like a pack a day. I used to smoke like fucking 2 packs a day, so I'm actually doing a lot better.
you know, when I was smoking brand cigarettes and I wasn't packing my own, I was about the same. But when I switched, I smoke however much I want. I have zero problems running a mile. I'm not gasping. I'm not. It was crazy because when I started packing my own cigarettes, for about a week and a half to 2 weeks, I had to get a pack of Camel Crushes and periodically smoke them to wean myself off the chemicals that are in mainstream cigarettes.
Yeah,
You know, that's actually
true.
pretty accurate. Yeah.
Those are like, I've been able to put down my self-pack cigarettes, I don't know, 7 or 8 times now since I started doing it for months on end. I'm just like, I don't feel like doing it for now. And I just stopped doing it. And then I pick it back up later because I'm like, I want one now.
D7, I'll tell you something. Listen, my lungs are fucked regardless. My liver's fucked. Most of my body's pretty fucked up from a fucked up life. I have chemical burns on most of my lungs, so, you know, smoking is the least of my fucking worries. And that happened, that happened when I was like 15.
That really sucks.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can still do everything. The fucking scar tissue hasn't stopped me from being a mason or doing any other fucking aspect of construction, so I think I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, your body will adapt to a certain degree. We can adapt to damage.
I mean, I've had brain damage, D7. I've done a lot of fucking drugs and been in a lot of fucking fights. Got a lot of damage on the body. Trying to lessen it these days.
The aftermath of years of smoking? Nah, not really. They showed me that when I was 8. Didn't stop me from doing it when I finally decided to do it.
I'll put it like this. My grandfather, he died at 87. He smoked up until the day that he died. My grandmother died at 89. She smoked up until the day that she died. She was such a fucking beast. I remember when I was about 4 or 5 years old walking into the hospital after she got one lung taken out. And this bitch was sitting in there with a cigarette and a trach tube in the hospital. She didn't give a fuck.
You ready? When I worked in hospice, I had at least 4 patients who died of lung cancer, never smoked a day in their life, never worked around mesothelioma or didn't have mesothelioma or that. So the bottom line is that everything around us can potentially give us cancer at this point. So
when it's your time, no matter what.
yeah, are you really making it? How much are you actually making it? When
You
I
can
mean,
just call me
consider
James Dean. My
even just the
corpse is gonna look
chemtrails.
amazing.
All that shit they're putting into our atmosphere comes down with the rain, goes into the soil, comes up in the grass, gets eaten by our food, and then we eat our food. So you know, it's there.
Who do you think does that?
The government.
Citizen, you're a turd. He's such a turd. Oh my gosh, he's the candy bar in the pool.
Ay.
Man, nobody got that one. My God. What's
All
wrong with
right.
y'all?
The candy bar in the pool. Yeah, I got that. I got that. Ooh.
Yeah, like a motherfucker's never seen Caddyshack.
Oh man,
finally home.
time fucking flies. 20-minute warning. 20-minute warning.
Beautiful.
On the dono
It's
go.
enough time to feed my chickens and get to my laptop.
How much you got on the extension?
Nothing. Nothing has came in
shit.
so far.
I'm gonna throw you something here in a minute.
50,
I was just
54,
driving.
basically it's 54 an hour, 75 for me to go 2 more hours. But I gotta go make that phone call.
You can call your mama?
Yeah, and I'll know what's going on. So y'all carry on.
Cool.
We're just gonna take over his panel.
Yeah, he doesn't mind.
Just don't get him shut down. He's fine.
Whenever he does shut down, I'm stealing as many of you as I can. I got something hilarious to review. It had me cry laughing.
I'll tell you something. I think I have an idea for some of you ladies. If y'all are looking for a really rock solid dude, go find a cave diver. Find a cave diver. Find a cave diver. Find a guy. Find a guy who has gone through cave dive certification and gone on at least 50 fucking dives himself. That guy will be a rock solid guy because he's ventured into death itself, sat there, enjoyed it, looked at the beauty of it, and came back.
Those guys are psychotic.
They're just looking for muff divers.
Is this the same as my husband?
Really? Is that where they would take that?
They will take the muff diver over the cave diver any day.
Oh. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're looking for.
As long as I don't have to do it with him, I'm down.
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. If you're looking for a fearless dude that will lead you, like unendingly, that will continue moving forward in life. Like cave divers are some driven guys. You have to be driven to get yourself out of a lot of situations you get into underwater in a cave.
Devil's den over here.
And you have to be calm whenever it's the shit hitting you.
Tanks.
Sure.
Those motherfuckers are crazy.
What makes you think?
Yeah, they're pretty cool too.
Such a heroic
or Navy SEAL.
I didn't say heroic. I specifically identified the quality that they had that I thought would get, because a lot of women want someone who's driven, who will continue trying to. They say they want someone who's got potential. They want a guy who has that. It's the A word. I can't. They always say it, but they never repeat it.
You know what's the problem with that sort of wish? Once you turn 35 plus as a woman, well, you got not many choices.
I'm not speaking for all women at all. I'm just saying if that's what you're
I'm just
that might be
generalizing.
a really good fucking dude.
Generalizing. If you got 35 plus, again, I'm generalizing. I'm not picking on anybody.
I don't understand what the problem is with saying that. Yeah, cave divers have some balls, man.
Yeah, of course they do.
Like what's wrong with saying that? I've seen it.
No.
I haven't done it myself.
Well, I haven't got balls to do that.
No, I don't either.
Oh.
You understand what I'm identifying though, that women would find attractive in a guy, but some women don't know cave divers even exist.
There's all sorts of. Yeah, I know what you're getting.
I'm just trying to give them another point to look in, because there's women out there that are saying they can't find a good man, and I know there's a lot of niche areas of the world that women don't even know guys are in, and so I was just identifying another niche area,
Well, I'm being traditionalist again.
Sure.
Deep sea welders. Hey.
Oh yeah.
Lady V, whose link do you want?
And guess where a lot of them live, ladies? On the Gulf.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of good caves here in Florida. We have a lot of good caves here in Florida too. Devil's Den.
D said
Yeah.
it. You said
Damn
it.
good money.
You said it.
You'll get some time to yourself, when they got to go out for, a month at a time. Shit like that, You'll be well taken care of. You can live on the beach right there. Hey, the Gulf is the place to be, ladies.
What more could
Just
go
telling
on?
you. Just telling you.
Fuck that. Bring me to the middle of the desert. I'm good.
I can't do dry.
Dry.
No.
Most
I
women
like my
can't.
salty sea air. That helps me breathe.
I don't know. I've lived a lot of different places. The best places that I've ever been were deserts. As far as like condition, weather condition goes. I don't like fucking, I lived in Florida on the Gulf side. I lived in Cape Coral for like 3-4 years. I've lived in Washington State in the Valley. I've lived in Arizona. I've lived in Texas. And a couple other states for like, a couple months at a time here and there for work. But best I've ever been to was like Phoenix, Arizona. Nice and hot as fuck.
Well, why don't you come down under and go into Simpson Desert?
I would, but unfortunately your people don't like people like me, so I can't fucking migrate there.
You can't help bad luck.
The criminal is not welcome to the prison state. Riddle
Ain't that
me
some
that.
shit? How the fuck
Riddle
does that
me
work?
that.
That's what I
fucked
said
up.
when I looked into it. I was like, this is some fucking bullshit. This is some fucking bullshit.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Because I'd
fucked
come
up.
down there and I'd be
So,
like Scrooge McDuck trying to get all the gold.
That's all. Well, if you got a criminal record anywhere, if you want to migrate or immigrate to America or Australia,
They won't even let me visit.
Well, can I say something? As a lawyer, I do immigration law. It's called 502, Section 502 Immigration Act. I can show it to you now.
All I'm saying is I got 16 felonies and they ain't even letting me come
Oh,
visit.
you're fucked. You're fucked.
He just said it like it is. He's like, "Oh no, you're fucked."
I told you.
No, just hold your horses, boys and girls. Just hold your horses, all right?
It
Just
wasn't
hold
no
your
little
horses.
marijuana.
Oh, I love it.
Had a joint, no.
There's no little book behind him. He can
I
pull
mean, if
that
it
one.
helps, it was all on one case, but whatever.
Oh, shit.
That was just awesome.
He's clipping.
Well, I've got 16 felonies. Oh no, you're fucked.
That's what I'm trying to tell them. Like, they ain't letting me come visit. They won't even stamp the passport. They'll be like, get back on the plane, sir.
Yeah,
Australian immigration law.
Right.
I thought I was about to help you, but when you said you got a criminal record and it's under Section 504 in there, I want to show it to you.
It's
Does
thick.
it have a section
You're
called
up to
American
creep
Degenerates?
without a paddle. You're right, Jamie. Unfortunately, Australia's look. The beauty about America, which I envy as a lawyer, is your First and Second Amendment.
Amen.
And you're being fucked.
So here's
on
the funny
both
part,
sides. Now the other one is, which I hate, is women voting. I think that's your 25th Amendment.
Jim, here's the other thing. Here's something that'll kind of blow your mind. So
Yeah,
even
go
though I
ahead,
have that
sir.
many felony charges, I'm a nonviolent offender and I actually have my gun rights, and that kind of blows everybody's mind.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Oh.
with your charges, was it like 16 separate felonies, or was it something like
when
one
you say
arrest and
felonies,
they just tacked
they were all-
16 things into one big ball?
They were all individual crimes, but 10 of them happened on the same day in the same instance. So there was 10
that's
charges
what I
that were
was-
tied to one.
Can you
3 of
elaborate?
them that were tethered. Not really, unless I'm paid to do so. 3 of them that were tethered on top of that, and then 3 separate instances that happened before that instance.
Bro, I
16 in
commit
total.
I found out without even knowing it. I commit 2 felonies a week, right? Like I go and check my mail twice a week, and I open all the mail in it. And sometimes I get letters for other people. I don't even realize it's theirs because I just fucking open everything and dump it all into a pile and go through it, right? Like I just get rid of the envelopes. So, like,
I mean, it's in your mailbox.
apparently, like, I mean, felonies are easy to fucking commit, brother.
That's an excellent point, sir.
Look, in terms of immigration,
That's a federal
when you say a
offense.
felony, generally in terms of common law of Australia, what the definition is if you were ever interned or sent to jail for 12 months or plus, and that is considered as a felony offense.
So my felony offenses were classified as class 1s for 9 of them. The 10th one was an attempted residential burglary, which was a class 2. Class 1s were 4 to 15 years in prison. I ended up getting task probation, treatment alternative, safer community probation. I did that for like 6.5 years. I was put on probation and reoffended. Got a DUI, hit and run, hit 3 parked cars while I was on probation. Got resentenced and extended, and that's why I did
your
6.5 years on
antecedents
probation.
sound like a nightmare, but it is very funny when you were on camera, you did not have any tattoos, and I recommend you.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, a few of them.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Oh, that's. I beg to differ. You're right. All right.
I just ain't got none on my face like the typical retards.
Are you doing better now, Jamie?
Oh yeah, that shit's way behind me. Like the last time I got arrested was 2015. That was for the DUI. Since then, I've completely changed my life.
You're
got almost 5 years sober.
You're doing something right now.
Good man.
You're doing something right now that I think we should all do is like learn from our mistakes and do better. You know.
That's all we can do. Sometimes the problem is I'm not a slow learner. I'm a fast forgetter. And that's why I mentioned to Nikki what I did was the contingency that the program teaches us about
He's
the
very
spiritual maintenance.
quick-minded. I love him.
Right. Because the maintenance, and it's an emotional and mental maintenance, but the spiritual is the way that most of us approach it, right?
So this is the funny thing. So spiritual by definition is the relation to moral feelings, fear, anger, worry, and anxiety.
Right.
Each of us interpret those things differently. That's where, the different life experience and different walks that we've taken underlines our understanding.
Right.
And that's why we argue as human beings, is because we're all at a different phase. And even if we have similar cultural, alignments, it doesn't even matter, because even with that, there's constructs and constructs. So we're always kind of disagreeable. And that leads back to the human condition. So when we refine our viewpoint to basic internal workings of the brain, like the most simplistic of them, that's when we start to get to bare bones core beliefs, and we can have more agreements. Like what you were talking about with the tier 4 discussion, tier 1 discussion. So you got an equation, and then you're going over different facets of the equation and getting more in depth of the situation. That's where you go to the higher tier of the situation. People take that offensively because they're only looking at their qualification. They immediately equated their qualification to the part of the equation at a tier 4 versus the tier 1. And that's the inferiority complex. And when we talk about the inferiority complex as a misunderstanding, it helps us to understand that we're really just misinterpreted.
Right, or misinterpreting someone else.
Right. It works both ways, yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of why, whenever I realized I had said the tiers thing, I wanted to clarify that, because that's something that's not clarified. Like, I haven't really seen it clarified at all anywhere else, for my knowledge, yet. But the different tiers are important. We need arguments on all levels of this tiering structure. We need communication on all of it for all of us to continue growing as an organism, as a singular species, right? For the betterment of all of us.
What fucks up panels, one of the main things that I think a lot of people kind of glance past in this paneling thing. So the base equation before you even start the conversation. how much time is one person going to take up? How much time is 12 people going to take up?
Sure.
We don't even address that before it happens. And the best way to do it, but it's kind of counterintuitive unless like we all have patience and acceptance and tolerance. We try to have these conversations and we try to have a limited talking point, and then we go into the different tiers simultaneously. And if we limit the pool of data, meaning the people that are on the panel, we limit the influence that other people will bring up with the different variables. So it's kind of either way, you kind of fucked, and you're going to get a different outcome based on what you do. And who's to say whether it's going to be better or worse if you have a limited data pool with the people on panel, or if it's going to be a more cohesive and collective argument because it's only two.
Sure.
It's catch-22 every time.
And people may not be aligning on like where they're proficient in their tiers. You know, like
Right,
somebody
they're
may
grasping
be
off.
right. Yeah. Like I see a lot of Andrew's debates. He is very proficient at tier 2, tier 3, and tier 1 arguing. He's really good at doing the tier 1 and tier 2 arguing. I haven't seen a lot of his. He hasn't really been able to approach very many people that can have the tier 3 argument. But when he does, he looks like he's doing pretty good, right? But I understand he's in that area where he combats tier 1 and tier 2 the most, so he's going to be most proficient at that.
Right.
One
And this is
second.
the patience for the other one get.
One second, gentlemen. Jim,
Sure.
I put my email in the back if you wanna grab that. And if you are interested in donating instead of doing the bank transfer like last time,
Well, yeah,
do
exactly. Well,
yeah, we
you
do-
realize I'm not trying to brag, but we go back quite a while.
Yeah.
And I put a few shekels into your account, and I'm a busy lawyer, but I will do that again. Get my secretary, as I said.
It's gotten easier. We don't have to do the bank thing. If you want, you can do it however you want.
Mate, I'm an old fuck. All right, just
fair enough.
All right, then.
Just
shit.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Don't get me.
But you can reach out to me anytime. You don't just have to donate. Jim.
Yeah, I've got your email way back like 2-3 years ago, and I've got to dig it out. And then I'm going to dox you. And if I dox you, you're going to dox me. We're going to be doxing brothers. Just relax, mate.
Long live the docs.
Mate, just fucking relax.
But you got.
I'm a low life lawyer from Australia.
fair. Call him Jim Saw. Call him Jim Saw. Better call Jim.
Yeah,
Better call Saw. But
learn it's come. That's what I am. You know. And you know what I like? Just I digress, going on a tangent. I'd love to go to. I've been to America technically. I've been to Hawaii. That's not America, but anyway, it's the state of America. What I love is to go.
You
know what my life ambition is? Wait, hold on. Is to go to a black like Compton. You know, the projects. I'd love to experience. I never experienced. You know, LA, Chicago. It's very dangerous.
Come on out here. I'll take you to Chicago.
I'd love to go. Everybody talks about these dangerous area of, Chicago, LA, whatever. Compton is in LA, and I'd love to experience that. I've never been to.
I will take you to Chicago, sir. You will have a
anyway,
grand old time.
Orthodox guy, I got your thing, and I shall put it in there in my fucking diary, and I've got it. I'm sure I have, but I'll do that, and I'll put some shekels. You want American dollars or Chinese yuan, or Israeli shekels? Which currency do you like?
U.S. dollary dudes.
All right. All right. That's all right. clarify. I'm being very sarcastic.
Yeah. But you don't have to give me money. Just hit me up, Jim.
No,
Email me
I'm
anytime.
giving you 300-400. I don't fucking know. I'm not bragging. Please don't get me fucking.
No.
bragging.
I'm saying I miss you and I want to talk to you. So be sure to hit me up on the email. You don't have to just give me money.
No,
come on.
no. Well, I can't. Look, mate. Look, you know what time is in Sydney, Australia? It's fucking 3:15 in the morning.
Jesus.
Friday morning. Jeez.
There we go.
He's lit going.
Donna,
Carry on,
my
sir.
weekend passes are chambered in 45,
Sydney
223,
Rowing
and
Club.
556.
See, look at this. I stole that from Sydney Rowing Club.
But Beth, well, we got 10 minutes. So
Now,
go ahead and
now,
set it up.
if you
I don't see
Google,
nobody
if
doing
you
it.
Google,
Perfect, perfect.
Sydney Rowing Club, you
I'm
know
all
where
set
I
up, so
fucking live.
whenever you're done, I'll take it.
Okay.
All right.
Allegedly.
I don't want to brag, but I'll put a few dollars into your fucking account. We'll talk. Don't worry about it.
Did you hear me, OG? I said I was going to take it, and you said nothing. Fun. I'm disappointed. No.
No. I'm a good little Christian boy. I'm gonna stop being all. I'm gonna stop being all sexual to you women's. To you
Yeah,
women's.
right. Good little Christian boy, my ass. No. I know.
Guys, we have to do a ghetto raid because we did lose monetization on the channel. So, we got less than 10 minutes. In fact, we got about 6 or 7 to get that $75 in. And when we leave here, we're going to Beth's. And that's why I can't answer how long I'm going to go. If they give me the 75, we're going to be doing 2 more hours. They give me the 50. We're going to do an hour, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that. Ladies and gentlemen, I love hanging out and talking to you guys, but if you don't tip the bartender, if it is not profitable, I will not be able to do these long streams. I'm sorry. I love talking to y'all. I love hanging out, but it is a for-profit business. I would do it for an hour or two whenever I can and have fun and chill with you guys, but hey.
Time's money.
Yeah.
Exactly. I only charge $450 an hour. I'm very generous. The fake Australian dollars. It's about $300 an hour.
Jim, by the way, are you paying to extend, or are you just giving a dono to the host?
No, after fuck this stream. I've got your email. There it is.
No. Dennison.
There you are. Oh, there you are.
Dennison wanted me to
get in fucking touch. Don't worry.
Dennison wanted me to make sure because I never want to rip anybody off. I never want to do that. That's bad fucking
mate.
business.
No, look, mate. Please.
Well, I didn't know what the reason.
I appreciate what you're doing. I'm just look. Oh fuck! How do I?
Please, I appreciate you, Jim.
No worries. We're going back. What, 2-3 years?
I think it's about 4. I think it's about 4 now.
Chat, they're all fucking newbies. They're all fucking. The new faces. Look, I'm too busy. But, I lot like to contribute to you and a few other people. And I have, I sort of subscribe or sort of, trying to, again.
Well, I am glad that.
I'm a fucking fuck. I brag. Boo! Rich lawyer. No, I'm not. Fuck, I hate that. Sorry, I'll get my face obliterated.
Well, I'm glad that you have been coming around because I had just said, I think it was about 3 or 4 days ago, I said, I haven't talked to Jim in about 4 months. I wish Jim would come by more. And then you started popping up the past 2 or 3 days, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's go, Jim.
Well, there's a thing called work, and I'm still fucking working. and I've got all these matters, and I go to court, and and I have conferences, and so blah 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 blah. Let's not be fucking boring. All right, mate. Look, I enjoy listening to all the people. Jamie was very interesting, and the lady in there. I'm falling in love with her. I think I'm going to get a fucking divorce. And that little girl, Queenie Tutsi, I've got my.
Never gonna happen.
And Beth.
Judy, what did you do?
Beth, mate.
All right, Jamie, I saw something in your server that someone made.
Don't worry.
I have to share.
Beth,
Please do. Oh my God,
shit.
I've been waiting. What?
But you gotta do a prenup agreement before you do anything,
I'm all for prenups. Prenups.
Oh man, there you are.
Prenups are important. No, my ex-husband tried to I inherited a house from my mother, and my ex-husband tried to take it from me in the divorce. So I'm all for prenups.
Yeah. Well, I do a lot of family law and equity and commercial law. My wife does crime. There you are. She's a boring criminal lawyer. Shit. I don't touch that shit.
Oh, gee, what did you find in my server?
It's the let me ask you because I'd rather have permission.
Next few days, I promise you. Today, this is actually Friday. Monday next week, sometime I get my secretary.
Yeah, that's fine.
OG, I should J, fucking JG. You get some shekels, all right, mate. Oh, don't worry.
Awesome, thank you, Jim.
Okay.
There's a way better one. Hold on, I gotta find it though.
Can I ask Jamie, are you a poofter by any chance?
I suck cock.
Well, there you are. All right, that's all right. You're being very fair and honest about it.
I eat pussy though too, so holler.
Oh, you're fine. That's all right.
He's equal opportunity.
Yeah,
just greedy.
So you remember,
Greedy.
If you want to date, you in your wardrobe, you fucking bingo.
He says, if there's a hole, we will fuck it.
Yeah, good on you.
Give me a hole, I'll fill it right up.
No, I'm a bottom. I only fuck pussy.
Interesting.
You're not a fucker bumsky, are you?
I don't know what the hell he just said.
This was Jamie earlier today.
I'm trying to find the better one. There's a better one, but I'm looking for it.
That's pretty good.
Oh shit! I don't know where this is going, but anyway, it's great. I just listen to chat.
All right, everybody, go check out Beth. The comment is pinned. We are 10 seconds away from ending.
Where's the link? Give me the fucking link to Beth.
My StreamYard is in the back. My StreamYard
is in the back.
Feel free to come over.
All right. I'm gonna end it in 5, and then I'm gonna bring everybody who's up so we can coordinate getting the best. All right, guys. Up, and it's time.